whatever, and we just go there and
Yeah.
just like unplug.
It just, say screw everything, man. Just you know,
Circle line booze cruise. There you go. What we want.
right?
Was it? We want a circle line booze cruise. That was it. Yeah, was it? We have to tell Thomas. Yeah, that's gonna go over real well.
Right? So, oh my goodness. So at close to 6, so I guess let's go ahead and get this thing started. So,
Okay.
if you are listening and watching, it's Tech Tuesday here at GCPR. I am the angry IT nerd. I am Gilbert. I am here with my 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 best co-host ever.
Uh-oh. He wants something. I'm
Oh,
gonna change my name again.
so
Look at that. Did that? It just did not
there
stay
we
there.
go.
Okay.
It is Techno
Techno George.
George. George, how the heck are you doing, man?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm, 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 I'm okay. Um,
If I felt any
just
better, they'd be measuring me for a coffin. That used to be
right.
my father's line. My father used to say that. If I felt any better, they'd be measuring me for a coffin. Okay, Dad. Thanks. Thanks.
Uh,
Thanks for that.
no, but I
Uh,
mean, I'll be glad. I'll be glad when tomorrow comes and all of the uh, election ads, these deep fake ads, all that shit'll stop, and then it'll
well,
be different. It'll be different ads then. But I'm just tired of seeing. I'm just tired of seeing the AI generated ads of Kamala Harris. You know, I'm tired. Give me some new ads.
yeah, it's
Give
it's
me some new deep fake ads. You know,
yeah,
I need everybody out there in the tech world. I need you to
just
come up with some better fake ads.
you have to I don't know I guess we have to tell our Russian handlers and say, please come up with some new ads.
Like
We could
something. I
see
mean,
through them.
yeah.
We know CGI. Come on, we're computer geeks. Come
I mean,
on, let's
entertain us. I mean, keep us entertained. I mean,
make some fake
yeah,
ads in 50s Panavision. I mean,
right.
like for crying out loud. But
I say Donald Trump is running for president once again, and as the nation, you know what I mean? Like, come on, give us one of those. You know what
I
I
like
mean?
that intro. That's actually pretty good. That kind of reminds me of the movie Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
there she
Barbie
is.
Yaga
Baba
Hey,
Yaga.
and our
just
returning champion for a third round.
just so you know, Gilbert, you transposed the numbers in the GCPR chat.
Did I?
I had to go to our text
Oh,
message to get the actual thing. It's 714, not 741. Anyway,
well,
what life of a nerd. I figured it out. I
well.
did the research.
It was coded. It was it was
Do,
cryptic.
do, you,
It was
do you really
cryptic.
want do you really want to join? We're gonna make you work for it.
So right. So you could join, but you know what? You know what? You gotta fight for it. Dun dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun. Rah,
I
Oh my
used to
god.
have that. I used to have the soundtrack for Star Trek, the original series. I just don't have it anymore. I used to have that on CD. I used to play that. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I was telling Gilbert that Steve Warnick said that he has finished Helios. Well, he finished most of the episodes for Helios, and he's going to be putting it on there. So you will get
nice.
your infusion of Ketracel White soon.
Nice.
You will get your fix.
We're getting our fix.
Everybody's going.
And
I get it. I
Oh,
need
we've
some
been
more
waiting. We've been
Ketracel.
waiting. We've been waiting.
yeah. So yeah, as soon as you see those, I was saying that send an email out to Steve, kind of reach out to him and say, hey man, We're lonely. We're lonely, man.
We need our Helios fix.
Said we're lonely, Steve. You don't love us no more.
I'm still waiting for him to accept my Facebook friend request. Like, come on, guy. I got back on Facebook for you.
Like, right? I mean, jeez. Oh, but I knew the AI generated ads and the deep fake ads, and I knew all of that shit that was gonna get bad. But I saw this morning because Dave the Viking he sent it to me where somebody had made an ad of Martin Luther King Jr. endorsing Trump. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that was a great way to start my morning. And then I went to vote.
So you got it done, Ben?
That I did, and I got my.
Nice.
Hang on, let me grab this sticker real quick.
You sticker.
Cause I got my official South Carolina. I voted right there. So,
I think we should make up stickers. Actually, uh, Gilbert should make up a sticker that says "I got voted." I got voted.
So to be fair, just to throw this out there, Donald Trump would have been 22 years old when Martin Luther King was assassinated. So I'm pretty sure that as most 22-year-olds go, especially rich ones, he didn't care
right?
about Martin Luther
No,
King.
But his father and him, I think, were still associated with House Atreides with those eyebrows. So
absolutely.
I don't know.
I mean, you can't.
Odd that you mentioned that because I watched Dune yesterday because it's on Prime now. I watched it yesterday, part one anyway.
Oh,
I
the
still haven't seen that yet.
the Timothy Chalamet one.
Yeah, the remake. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I still watch the other one. The other one is good. The one with Kyle MacLachlan. I still watch that one every so often.
I have a very strong passion for that movie. I mean, it's got Patrick Stewart in it. I
Yeah.
know it was only
Yes.
like my first thought was like, did he ever have hair? But this was only like 3 years before. It was only like 3 years before Next Gen. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, my bad. I was like, geez, here he is young, like 40 years earlier, no hair. Oh no, it's only 3 years. Okay.
It's like Back to the Future 3. Like it's Strickland.
So,
Man, did
right?
that guy ever have hair?
Right,
Right.
exactly.
Never give him an inch, son. Okay.
Never give him
Okay, Paul.
Oh
but
wow. Yeah.
but yeah, like another thing I was telling George is that about with these the deep fake ads is that I'll be glad is that all these ones for you know uh the ones endorsing Trump and endorsing Harris, at least now those be gone, and we get some new different ads. So
Would
I'll
you
say
like
to
to know
all the
more?
all of all the bots, all the Russian bots, give us some new ads. You know, entertain us at least. At the very least, kind of entertain us. We know it's bullshit. Just entertain us at least. That's all we
Well,
ask.
well, something to bring up I thought was important is today. I don't know if either of you heard this. You know that in Georgia there were a couple of bomb threats called in to
Yep,
some polling places.
I
Yeah.
I
Um,
read
and
about that.
and once they looked into it, they determined that those threats were coming from Russian sources.
Oh.
The
Yep,
calls are coming from outside the house this time,
like
like
way
like
outside. Yeah,
like outside the neighborhood. Like you're not even in this shit. Like
yeah. And it's just and the thing about it is so crazy is that they just how easy it is just to disrupt an election and disrupt all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 People are thinking that um, when they go to vote and they're using, like voting machines, that computer is hooked up to the internet, and it's
Right.
it's not.
Yeah.
It goes into a server, but that server is on site, and it's
Yeah.
Right. Did you vote early, George, or did you vote today?
my wife and I, yeah, we got our mail-in ballots 2-3 weeks ago, but when we make them out, we don't put them in the mail. We drive them over to the county office and we put it into the drop box, and we make sure that people see us go and vote and put the thing in there. And with it, and then we go to Sarah Street Grill, which is
Nice.
a good spot for us to go. And I get my I get my ceremonial, like my ceremonial cheeseburger, and my Guinness. I only have one Guinness, so there you
Big
go.
fan of ceremonial cheeseburgers.
Of
So
course.
Gilbert, you went in person. What were your lines like?
Actually, it was at where I go. It's actually relatively safe. So
That's good.
that's always a bonus. Um, Generally, it's the times that I go is not that busy, so that's by design because I don't
Fair,
like the crowds.
fair.
So yeah, I went early this morning around 7:38 ish, around in there.
Oh,
So
oh,
there was only about
wow.
a couple people that were ahead of me. So and even then, it was just pretty much just kind of basically in and out. It's like I was there like it took longer for me to drive there than it was for me to actually vote. And I
I said
literally
the
only
same
live,
thing.
and I literally live about 5 minutes away.
Nice.
Yeah, I live 30 minutes away with traffic from my polling place, and I already voted. But yeah, I was in the building more than 5 minutes, but less than 10. But spent
Nice.
45, 50 minutes driving to and from.
So, hey to everybody in the chat, Jess, how you doing today? James, how you doing, bruv?
Hey
So,
everybody,
but yeah,
it's the
but
day.
we
It's
definitely
the
need,
day.
but absolutely, Jess, we need some entertaining ads. We need some entertaining ads. We need some better ads. I mean, damn, we got the technology. I mean, there's enough people that's creative. I mean, come on,
We have the
give
technology. We can refilm them.
yes, give me something. Give me something. You know,
Can make it better than it was.
I
right?
can't believe we've never mentioned Buck Rogers or the Bionic Man on Nerds Rules of Nerd Position
Oh
yet.
my god.
Huh.
Oh my
We
god.
meant was
Buck
I
Rogers,
think we
man.
mentioned it was we mentioned $6 Million Man here
We
because
have here,
we were
Yes.
yes.
talking about bionics and stuff and
Hmm.
electronics, and and I was telling Gilbert, I said, man, when I was growing up, that was the thing, man. That was bionics. It's like, wow,
Right?
Right?
The six million
but
dollar man, the bionic woman, and then
yeah, bionic woman.
and I saw
I mean,
probably was
it
about
was kind of a stretch with the bionic dog, where they had to test
yeah.
the bionics on the dog, and I'm like saying to myself, okay, that's kind of a stretch, but
So that was a stretch right there, yeah. But I said
I
they
feel
did a
that way
remake
about
of Bionic Woman. I want to say it was about 2012, 2010, 2012.
I think 2010.
we shall consult the article.
Barbara Gordon, would you please pull that up? Sorry, I'm playing Arkham Knight again, so
2007. I love
Oh my
Arkham Knight.
gosh. I was off a little bit, but hey,
2007, but still, I mean, you're still talking 14, 18, 19 years ago. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's a couple of decades almost.
right?
So I was a very different person back then. I mean, like, very different person. Like, very different. Like, different.
You had longer hair, didn't you?
I had longer hair. Yes, it just wasn't on my head. Wasn't coming from up here. But yeah, it starred who's in that? Let's see.
I think I want to
Michelle
say
Ryan
Michelle. Yes,
played Jamie Summers. Yeah.
in which
That's cool.
which was a good show. I'm surprised it only went for like a few episodes, but it was a good show.
I wonder, I mean, think about it. Miguel Ferrer was in it. I didn't, because I never watched, I didn't know this. Miguel Ferrer, he passed away. You know who
Oh,
he is?
Miguel
Yes,
Ferrar.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Farrar. Sorry,
Yeah.
Farrar. Yeah. I mean,
Right.
he was a great actor from RoboCop. He was the um, helmsman or navigator on the Excelsior when
Yeah.
Kirk stole the Enterprise.
Yep.
So
Yeah. His
much love to
father
you, guy. You were awesome.
his father played the amazing Captain Nemo. There was a short-lived series called The Amazing Captain Nemo. I think it was produced by Irwin Allen. Had a lot of Irwin Allen stuff, but
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cool. But
Yeah. So it
but
had 8 episodes, one season, 8 episodes.
yeah, it's a shame too. It's a shame. It's a really good show. You
yeah.
know.
And it looks like it wasn't necessarily canceled due to ratings.
Ah.
The Writers Guild of America went on strike in mid-November 2007. Regular actors were suspended on half pay for a period of 5 weeks. And after
Mm-hmm.
the time of the strike, the series had aired all of its episodes, um, and they just decided to not move forward.
So yeah. And what the hell?
What? Uh-oh.
I don't know. I got a notification from Walmart.
Uh-oh.
Bastards, my order has been delayed. You bastards. You
I was
bastards.
like,
Technology
okay,
If
guy.
it comes to my house, I'll drive it up to you.
at least that's all it was. I was like, geez, is TikTok like subleasing all their CGVs to like Walmart now?
It's like, damn.
Like I
Says you
just got
just
a
gotta.
CGV from Walmart and I didn't order it.
It's like, God damn, how did that happen? I just walked in. I just got a CGV from Walmart and I just walked in and picked up my prescription.
Right. Excuse me, sir. You're wearing jeans and a t-shirt and shoes. We only allow barefoot pajama wearing.
So, we're gonna have to give you a community guidelines violation for harassing and bullying. Wait, what?
No shirt, no shoes, no dice, man.
Nice, man.
Oh, but so what's new? What's new game wise? Anybody play any new games lately?
No.
No,
Um,
no.
Subnautica 2, I believe, is coming out. I have the original
Ooh.
Subnautica. I have Subnautica 0. Kind of
My
like a
college kid loves that game.
Nice.
I
Talks
am.
about it all the time.
There.
It sounds like one of those where like, oh my god, tired of hearing that damn name.
Actually, no. I mean, because we talk about gaming a lot, me and my kiddo. I have a PS4, so any listeners watching, if you want to cash at me $500 for a PS5 to help me upgrade, thank you. If not, that's fine. I understand. But I play 3 games over and over again. Well, I mean, Genshin Impact, which is ongoing. It's
Uh-huh.
a free game, but you can pay to advance, but it's ongoing, and it's a good free game with lots of things to do, even if you don't pay. Other than that, I go back and forth between the Arkham series and Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's
Yeah.
mostly just push people off of cliffs and stuff, as we talked about the other night. Like, hey, there's a body down there at the bottom of that cliff. I'm like, oh yeah, boom. Now there's 2.
It's fun. I love doing that on Skyrim, and and when you get to like a where bandits are or thieves or something like that, and where there's like they're on a bridge. I just love doing a force shout and just shouting them off the bridge and just watching them fall.
Okay, so as a Skyrim veteran, then angry, I have a copy of it for my PS4.
All
Is it?
right.
I played it for like 20 minutes. I wandered into a cave. I got turned into a vampire, and it just was very difficult after that. So I won't do that again. But
Mm-hmm.
is it worth me starting? Like, would I love it if I put it in, knowing me the way you do? If I put it in tonight, would I love it?
You would love it on PC if you modded it out because
PC on
they
modded
have
out.
there's lightsaber mods, there are Vader mods,
Okay.
and
I'm sold. Sold.
that I know that's your jam. That is your jam. You know. So yeah.
Just so you know, though, I can play Red Dead Redemption and the Arkham series without having to mod Batman or Arthur to look like Darth Vader. He doesn't have to invade
Ooh.
every genre that I play.
Nope. But I'm just saying it. So
But you're,
it's
but you're,
something absolutely sublime about running through a giant with two lightsabers, or running through a giant with like a dual lightsaber. Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly, James. Fusroda.
that's got to be a Skyrim thing
That's
because I don't know what that means.
your unrelenting force shout.
Oh.
Oh,
That's the shout. That's the shout you use to push people off of cliffs and watch them just go. Pew.
yeah.
I do
See,
that.
In Red Dead Redemption, you got to do it the old-fashioned way.
Oh well, see,
Um,
you don't have to do that with Skyrim. You just say just black bolt it. Just that's it.
I do that in Team Fortress 2. The Pyro has the ability to he has something called a flare gun where I can set people on fire from like 300 feet away or 500 feet away. But his flamethrower, if you push, I think the left mouse button, you would actually produce flame and you can set the person on fire. But if you hit the right mouse button, it's kind of like it gives out just a puff of, I guess, like um, not really steam, but it can push the person back. So if they're at the edge of a cliff and you hit them, with the thing, you can actually push them off the cliff, you know, and they fall to their death. But yeah, is it because there's there's a character called the soldier, uh, that who fires bazooka rounds, and if he fires a bazooka round, at the pyro can deflect it back toward him, you know. So with the little puff of air from his flamethrower, so
Nice.
it's good.
Yeah,
That's kind of like that.
you're talking about all the games that my kid plays. Team Fortress 2, Subnautica. Um, Obviously, Minecraft is like a never thing. And the funny thing about
Mhm.
Minecraft is that my kiddo who's in college now, I'm like, that was the game I was trying to teach you how to use a controller. And they're like 2 years old, like, what? Now they're 20 and like I can't beat them in a video game, but
Yeah, I cannot use a controller anymore. My hands get kind of like a palsy. They and they start going like this, and I go,
Ah,
ugh,
yeah.
and I'm like, no, I just play on PC. That'll be easier for me.
I have arthritis, but I can't use a PC because I like having more buttons, but I'm always
Mhm.
like looking at stuff. Whereas a controller, like a keyboard, if I'm typing, I'm not looking at it.
Oh,
Yeah, same
But
here. Yeah.
with a
It's
well, they
keyboard, I'm like, okay, the E is forward. What E is forward? Like I don't
they
even
make
know.
what they make the WASD, I think, X, controller keyboard. It's very small, so it's not a full keyboard. It's just those keys plus some other ones for like your left hand, and then just use your mouse. So
yeah,
they
I know
they they have those like for like serious competition gamers.
yeah, I know Newegg used to sell them. Amazon used to sell them. I think Walmart used to for a while. I know
Oh yeah,
Staples did as well. But
And what is
I'm
this
online.
called?
Yeah, they sell them
What
online.
does it have a name?
Um, Let me
I
see if I
I
can
can't
find it.
remember offhand. I just know them as like gaming game keyboards or small game keyboards or something like that.
Like it was fine if I could use the arrow keys, but I mean, then I got to shift all the way over because I'm a right-handed mouser, so it's like I got to have my the keys in the right
Yeah.
places. I couldn't, but if I'm looking at like if like WASD, like I'm like I have to look at the keys to figure out where they are if I'm not just typing. I was really good at it during the Alien versus Predator era, and say
Right?
I don't know when early 2000s. Me and my friend used to play that all the time.
Oh,
Then again,
I
how
love that game. I loved playing it as
I found one on
I was
Amazon
like
that I
playing as
just
the
sent to
alien.
you.
okay.
'Cause, yeah, I always like playing as the alien, just simply because of crawling on the ceiling.
Crawling on the ceiling. And
Yeah.
almost every room had like predator weapons turned off for the most part because if you were playing a predator and you had that disc from
Uh huh.
Predator 2 that
Yep.
you could throw, like you were invincible.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
just throw that thing in the air and it's going to start
Just throw
offing
it, and I
people.
mean, honestly, it just kind of it's like
Just throw it and
it's one of
watch
those
the names pop up on your screen as
yeah,
people die.
it's one of those cheat weapons.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those cheat weapons that as soon as you throw it, it's just like a Mario Kart. Just I'll give you an analogy for this one. Throwing that is like a blue shell Mario Kart, just instant.
Sorry, the keyboard that I remember seeing. It's called Red Thunder. It's a one-handed gaming keyboard, RGB, backlit, 35 keys, portable mini gaming keyboard.
I know I'm looking at the link you sent right now. 18.99. That's not bad.
Yeah,
And it's all lit up and everything. Like
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just it's basically just the keys that you would need for, I guess,
yeah,
any type of game. It's only 35 keys. So
yeah. It just
I was trying to
it's
find
the
the other one
main.
though. There was another one.
It's generally like the main keys that are like almost every game. I'd say with like 99% of the games you could use that keyboard on it, no problem.
Mickey? No, it wasn't Mickey. What was the other one? Oh, the the other one I was thinking of was that it's extremely expensive because each key is addressable. Like each key is a high definition display, and you can put an icon. You can actually program an icon into the key. So each key was like a little mini display, but you can also use it like a regular keyboard. I think that was the one I was thinking of, but that Red Thunder one actually looked pretty cool though.
does look cool. Trying to figure out how to turn on my keyboard lights here on my laptop. That's not working. I knew once.
Oh.
Oh wait, probably the one with the little keyboard and the little like lines coming out of it. Hey,
That would be the brightness. There you
Hey,
go.
I figured it
hey.
out. Look at that. Hey,
He's had a Homer Simpson. I am so smart. I am so smart.
I did. I had a Packlet moment. We are smart.
We make things go.
So I have those all the time. Said, I am so smart. I am so smart. S M
We
R
we
T.
we,
I mean S
we
M
have
A R T.
we have lights now. We make things bright. But yeah, I'd love to
Yeah.
play a lot of the new video games out there. I just can't. It doesn't
So
matter
just
whether
some those classic ones just have a hold on you. And yeah,
well, and I don't have the money for a next gen system. And do I buy a PS5 today and then the PS6 comes out next week?
it could happen. I
It
mean,
could happen.
it could happen.
I was was it I was telling Gilbert about the time the time that people used to mod their Xboxes for Halo, and they were modding the chips, and then all of a sudden, um, Microsoft came out with this patch that basically overclocked the chip and burned it out if you had that mod. So all these people who spent, $300, $500 on a mod, all of a sudden their systems just blew out. And then after their systems blew out and they had to go get brand new systems, they were banned from the server for doing the mod
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
because the update went in and it looked at, the overclocking, and it
Mhm.
also it also created a oh it stepped down the lag. So it actually
Yep.
made other people lag
Oh
on
yeah,
the server, but then your
that'll do it
lag was
quick.
like nothing. And it was like, wow, that's
Oh
really
yeah. I was on a semi, I'll call it a semi-pro Halo 3 team for a while. We even played in a little tournament and won, raised $5,000 for kids with cerebral palsy and autism one year.
Mhm.
Our
Awesome.
accolades included playing Bungie and annihilating them in a match. That was fantastic. That's how we won our flaming helmets, because that's how you could always know who the Bungie players were, or people who'd beaten Bungie, by the ones who had the flaming helmets. But yeah, we played them, and if you beat them, if you played Bungie and beat them, they would give you the flaming helmets for your Xbox, and
Oh,
we
cool.
had them. It was awesome. Yeah, we were good
That's
for a
awesome.
while. We were good. We were good.
And
And
we
then
have
I remember
another
those.
guest that showed up, Thomas the Building Bishop. Greetings, Thomas. How are you, man?
I I I I have I have computers and they work.
We are smart.
You have a
We
cord.
are so smart.
You
We
I
have a
are so
I
cord.
smart.
I'm
You know what?
I'm
You know what?
I'm
You know what? We're going to send somebody to help you. We're going to send somebody to help you. We've got a new tech. His name is Saint Swole Meat.
ain't this a bitch. I just got my live violated and I will be able to go live on the 12th. You know, I
Oh,
might just
what'd you
tell
say,
TikTok
man?
to go
What'd
blankets.
you do now?
What'd you
What'd you
say,
do
I
now?
was
man?
on somebody else's live. This is the crazy part. I was on somebody else's live. I got insults thrown at me. The one time I tried to describe some shit, all of a sudden, your live has been suspended. Somebody reported me and they can eat my, you know what? Never mind. This is the help desk and I'm not supposed to be here to talk all that nasty, ooey,
So you're
shit.
saying that they could eat your AI jank?
Yes, yes, they can. Yes. They can eat the Terminator cock. Dun 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 dun. They can do that.
You can suck my bad code.
You can suck my code off my matrix. You could I don't care. Like, yeah, I mean, at this point, I get more
But
love. I get more love in certain places than other people. I don't give a shit.
yeah, I
Like,
don't know. But they say the way my finances are going, I should be able to get all the licenses and everything for the the um the TikTok app that I was looking at, the clone app. So be able
yes.
to kind of make it and twist it into our own, and so we could,
Welcome
Mm.
to GCPR.talk.
right?
Oh, that would be that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
If
And
we could
so
do if
for the
we had an app
Just
where
licenses,
we could
us.
make
well,
our own
here's the
videos. Oof.
It's just
well, yeah,
us.
well, I mean, not only just that, but also be able to go live, do gifts, the whole nine like that.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's just a matter of just saving up to buy the licenses in order to do that.
Dude,
You know,
just tell me how much the licenses are gonna be. And
uh,
we'll
grand
get ready
total
for the
it will be
conversation.
it's like 153.
$153.
Yeah,
That's it
yeah,
for our own app.
yeah.
Are you serious? What the? Hey man, we'll talk offline. Just.
So look here, man. I am as serious as that crown jewel belt is ugly. Okay.
Hey! The belt
If
is
you
in
say no,
Saudi
no, no,
Arabia
no,
now.
motherfucker. If you
The
say
belt is in Saudi Arabia.
that belt looks good, if you say that belt
It
looks good,
has its
uh-uh,
moments, Angry. The
nope.
belt has its moments, man.
I'm pretty sure that
And
my opinion was very
so look here,
clear
man.
in the look that I gave you guys on the villain's
Hold
view.
on.
So
Wait
look
a
at
minute.
Oof.
those moments
Gretchen,
belong.
Gretchen had a look on her
So
face
look at
like
those moments belong in the trash. That's where it belongs.
it's
I like some bling bling. I like some sparklies, but nah.
that shit had 253 diamonds in it.
A bro gets on his knees in front of me with that thing, I'm kicking you in the face.
It's a nice belt.
No, it's not.
It's a
No.
Look here, it's a nice belt if you don't have
It
any
was a nice
taste.
belt until they put Doctor Doom's mask on it.
Right?
The hell, man? The hell that.
Like, I mean, come on,
And
bruh.
now, and they got a ring. The belt isn't even theirs. They leave that someplace else. It's
Look here, man. That ring is bigger than brass knuckles. Look here, man, bruh. You hit somebody with that. I mean, god damn, man. You permanently put crown jewel on their forehead.
Yeah, just
Like
just
right there,
wait,
you
Jess.
just see crown jewel.
Jess in the YouTube chats, like he's still talking about the belt. Yeah, just give us a minute. We'll bring
Yes.
Baby Earl into it in some way or another.
hey,
Oh my
hey.
god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Keep
This is
going on about this
election
belt,
night,
but
not
that belt
Diddy
is just
night,
ugly
damn
as
it.
fuck.
Hey, this is election night. It is not Diddy night, and no, we will not be bringing any Baby Earl into this.
So,
Baby
nah.
Earl is for special occasions. We don't get down like that. Like what is it? Black Panther said? No, we don't.
Said we don't do that here.
We don't do that. Here.
We don't do that here. So,
Like, what the hell
Thomas,
we
you
doing?
mailed in. You voted early, didn't you?
Yes, I voted 2 weeks ago. Y'all
Me too.
listen.
Yeah.
I listen. I was so ready. I've been ready since Kevin Roberts said his bullshit. When Kevin Roberts is like, "This is a
Said
bloodless."
it'll be
this is the
bloodless if
second
the left
revolution.
allows it.
Yeah, if the left allows it, I'm like, I took that. I'm like Michael Jordan. I took that personally. Like you ever
And
watch a video and then
Mhm.
be in your house going, "Well, butts a move."
And we're talking about Kevin Roberts of the Heritage Foundation.
Correct.
Yes. The moment he said that, I was like, Are you talking shit to
And
me,
it's
Kevin?
like, first thing I
Kevin,
did was like, wait, hold up, you
knock
talking?
Kevin ass out.
So you talking
Like,
to me?
They're like, Kevin, you don't want this work. Kevin, you ain't prepared for this.
So look at Kevin.
Kevin, if you say something,
So
like,
look
I
at
was
Kevin.
ready
I
to
have
beat his
bricks.
ass.
Say,
Like,
look at Kevin. I got a brick on me. All right.
But Kevin,
I keep bricks. I keep knives. I keep sticks. I keep Kindle sticks. I keep
want
bats.
to get your ass whooped, Kevin?
I keep
Like, Kevin,
swords.
hell,
Bruh,
you
don't
want this
none.
work, Kevin? Like, I will whoop your ass. Do you not know? Kevin, who you talking to, dog? Like, I will beat the shit out of you. The fuck you talking to? Kevin almost got it at work. Like, I wanted to jump out this. Like, what? Say it again. Say it again. So I'm punching your shit. Listen, I literally went back to, I went back to old school terminology, like stole on you. Kevin, I'll steal on your ass. Fuck, say to me. Kevin,
I told Gilbert before because he showed us his I voted sticker, and I said I think you should get a sticker made. I got voted, so
hey man, listen. I wanted a sticker that said I voted. Now Kevin, come get this work. Like I wanted that. I wanted one with Kevin Roberts' face getting punched in. Like I wanted that. Like what the
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin, come get some. Just don't be the first one through my door.
Right.
Kevin, listen.
I will get you all. I won't get you all, but I get the first few of you.
Kevin gonna be that person. He gonna be that one and discover some shit. Like say to me,
Right.
what did you just say to me, Kevin? I will
He's
beat
like,
this
wait,
shit.
hold up, wait.
Or whoop
Say that
your
one more
ass up
time.
in there. What's wrong with you?
so Gretchen, do you have a 30 or a 50? Yeah, you have like a 30 cal or 50?
Well, no, I don't. I mean, I am. It's
Hey,
it's a small caliber. I actually my only firearm that I own is I have three. I have a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. But
hey, you're not supposed to ask the caliber from Barbie Yaga. Like,
I'm sorry.
whatever it is, it's enough to take out a whole platoon. Don't do that. Like we've never.
well,
asked,
when
we've never
random
asked
guys
Barbie Yaga
ask
what
me
she had.
when random guys ask me in a bar, the answer is simple: bigger than yours. But but no, like
In your windows, they just never stop with this one.
Of course not.
my purse pistol is a Glock 38. That's what I carry. It's a
Glock 30. God,
38.
God.
38.
38.
A Glock 38.
38. Yeah, it's a little 380. It's not very big.
It don't matter if you hit them in the right place. You sending their ass to an Elvis
That's
concert.
what I'm saying. It's got 9 rounds in the magazine.
That's what
Don't
I'm
be the
saying.
first time people through the
You were
door.
sending him. You were sending him to an Elvis concert tonight. Like,
if you drill out the bullets, in the front and put mercury in, and then just put a little bit of solder on there.
I will tell you this. When I was training in martial arts, when specifically I was taking Bansenshikai Ninjutsu and we were doing sword training, we would practice on, we would fill milk jugs with water, and that's how we practice our strikes and cutting and stuff.
Right.
My
Mhm.
sensei said, don't clean your sword when you're done. Just put it back in the scabbard that way. Don't worry about sharpening it. Let it rust and get nasty. So if you have to fight somebody and you cut them with a rusted sword,
Yeah.
then they
Mhm.
got all kinds of other nasty
Yep.
stuff to worry about.
Yep.
what did I just step into? What are we doing right now?
It's the
Like,
same- it's a-
are we really
So
out
look
of
here,
here?
man.
Barbie
Look
Ya-
here, bruh.
Barbie
the-
Yaga Defense
Barbara Yaga
101.
shit right here, boy. This,
Bruh.
Barbie
this
Yaga
peak-
Defense
um,
Class
the-
101.
She went from
the-
peak trans to peak Barbie Yaga.
So,
God.
bruh.
I do.
You forgot about Game of
Vampirus,
Thrones?
I do have hollow points in my Glock. Yes, I do.
Again, you're gonna step in our house and be the first person at a damn Elvis, Prince, and David Bowie concert today. Like
I
Right.
play
I
if you
also
want
keep-
to.
I also don't use birdshot in my shotgun. I keep double out in there all the time.
So
really
yeah,
will be
pretty much
misused.
if you're the first one to walk into her house uninvited,
You're gonna be
they
the last.
will remember you.
Shit. Their heart may go on, but their body won't. That's
Sarah McLaughlin's gonna make an infomercial about you.
again. She tried to send people to a damn. She tried to send people to an
Uh,
Elvis Presley concert.
So Gretchen's tagline is when you care enough to send the very best.
Yes, she gonna
Is that
send
right?
somebody. Listen,
No, my tagline is and always will be, thanks for stopping by. It's not my fault the warning shot came after the actual shot.
they're not gonna listen. They're not. They're not. Gonna,
It's boom, warning shot, boom.
there's no stopping by. Like she's stopping.
No,
them. They're stopping
Thanks.
at the door.
You said
Thanks for sticking around.
Thanks for being our friend. We traveled down this road and
Thanks for sticking to the wall.
Yeah, right.
traveling down
thanks
this
for the
road.
whole home. Damn, Jiminy
Like,
Christ.
goddamn.
Fine red mist.
All this shit
the
up in
story-
here.
the-
boy.
Fine red mist, the story of the Barbie Yaga. Like I said, I'm certain to go if like the worst comes to worst, and I'm on that list of people that they don't want to just change or control. They want to get rid of people like me. That's fine. Come and
They
get
can
me.
try.
They will get me in the end, but just don't be the first one through my door.
Hey, all I'm gonna tell you is this: like, my favorite line out of Hancock is when they told Hancock to he had to turn himself in, like the DA was coming up there, and that man said, "Bitch can try." That I will watch that entire movie just to hear him with a banana in his mouth go, "Bitch can try." Like it's
No, it's like we were gonna go get Gretchen. Oh, you're gonna come get
bitch
Gretchen?
can try.
Come get me. I live at 86 Thermopylae Drive.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, come on, come on.
Which,
It's
got your
sounded
famous
like
la-
sound-
I
sounded
I
like
got
a-
your famous
Like
last
Bitch Can
stand right
Try.
here.
said, sounded like Eddie Murphy in Nutty Professor. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Come on.
Come on,
Come on, Cletus. Come on.
come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus.
Hey, come on. Come on, Cletus.
Listen, like she's like, I didn't know you were a Bowie fan. I'm not a Bowie fan. You will be when I'm done. You gonna go see his ass.
He's like, have you been to
Tell
a Bowie
David I
concert?
said hi.
Yeah.
Are
You want to go to the next one? What do you mean? There's another one coming out? You
Like,
go to
yeah.
see.
I won't lie
gonna
though.
find out.
I kind of want to go to the next one because I've been a Bowie fan since Labyrinth,
I'm not trying to go.
and not because of the songs.
I don't want to holler. I don't want to holler at David Bowie or Prince until it's time. Like I listen.
It's like, nah,
If I go to bed tonight and they in the room talking about it's okay on this side, you out your rabbit ass. I'm waking up. Like,
He's
hey
like,
man,
oh.
I got shit to do.
And I'm looking
I
like,
love you,
okay,
Prince, but I got shit
that's
to do.
fine. I
Yeah.
got to be over on this side.
I got to go over here. Like I'm just,
Said, that's cool. I'll be over here.
like I ain't staying here for this shit.
I guess you just had to be there because when I was watching Labyrinth, my mom walks in the room. She's like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm just like, "I think I'm gay."
Why do you think I'm crying? Listen, I've never had one of those moments where I thought, no, yeah, I did.
Oh, Bowie had an Olympic pole vaulter moment in that movie.
No, you want to know? There's a movie called Taboo. It's a Japanese film, right?
Oh yeah, taboo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Taboo, and it's about this really androgynous looking samurai. Now, I'm straight as an arrow. Me and my wife bought some movies, and we had stayed up and was watching them. She went to bed. I started watching Taboo, and all these other men are in black. They're all with the samurai stick. Work, and then you hear he tells the one guy, and he goes, "Hi," and he got up. Yes. I'm tapping my wife like, babe, wake up. Wake up. I think I'm gay. Wake up. Wake up. Man, it's gorgeous. Wake up. And she goes, what are you talking about? Thomas rolls over, sees him. I said, the one in the white. The one in the white. That man was, listen, that man was fine. At least I'm honest enough about it. Like, that's one movie we can never review on Plot A-Holes because my face is going to say it all. Through the whole, I'm going to just be red in the cheeks. You ever see the red?
I'm sorry. I'm going to call you out. You say you're straight as an arrow, but man, your man crush on Dave the Viking is pushing some limits.
I don't have a man crush. I'm mad.
My
I'm mad
gaydar
that his
is kind
genetics gave him that. Like his genetic, like I had to work. I had to work to get where I'm at right now. I had to shave my face. I had to like put tattoos all over me. And Dave just wakes up and goes, "I'm Dave the Viking." What? You son of a. That's why I call him a cheat code. Like he's a new video game. Like there's a video game that comes out and all you got to do is type in like, back forth, X, Y, and it's Dave the Viking. Like the.
What you're saying is
you're
saying
because here it is with Dave. All you gotta do, if it was on PC, you hit the tilde button, and then you just type in Dave the Viking. Boom, you're in God mode. All of a sudden, you're in God mode, and you don't know how you got there.
You don't know
this one, IDKFA.
Yeah,
remember that one.
That's why he's a cheat code. Me, on the other hand, like
Killer effing Arsenal.
Like I'm not even a DLC. Like I'm not even a downloadable content. Like you get me with the box. Like there's a card that put in this code, you get Thomas the Villain Bishop, and it's just some curmudgeon Negro guy in the game going.
At least you come free with the system. I'm just a demo.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just a demo you download.
I'm a fairly attractive NPC.
There are comments that Gretchen is not going to make at 6:45 p.m. on election night as a special guest on a show that is not related to this sort of stuff. I'm gonna just
Dave the Viking. You gotta like you like literally like it's a golden ticket. Like only 1 in 1,000 people that buy the game will get a Dave the Viking DLC code, and they'll download him and go, what the? And he comes, his hair's flowing in the wind, his beard doesn't move. He has like God mode powers. Meanwhile, my NPC has in the back of him going.
Said no, you're in the back just. This fucking guy here, man.
Listen, when we were younger, that was our phrasing for like a really attractive dude in high school. Like this motherfucker.
Like
this mother.
No, that's like me. Anytime I scroll past Thor and Bradley, it's like, get off my screen.
Like now,
get off my screen.
I will say, I do find Henry Cavill to be an attractive man. I'll be the first person to say that.
Absolutely.
No.
Henry Cavill is like,
no.
Why?
That's one of the reasons I say that you're not as straight as you claim you are.
Listen, if
you've had a love affair with him since I've met you.
Yes, like so he's supposed to be playing Captain Britain in the MCU, and I'm like, okay, great, because Captain Britain wears a mask. I don't give a shit. But like, if they had said Henry Cavill is the new James Bond, I would have swore off Ian Fleming. Like, I would have. Really? You gonna put really? Was it too obvious of a choice? Really? This dude? Come on. I'm glad they
But-
picked. I'm glad they picked like the dude that played Rob Stark from Game of Thrones. I'm like, yeah, I'm taller than him. I don't give a shit. He's 5'9", 5'10", or some shit. I'm like 6 foot, whatever. But like, if they'd have picked Henry Cavill, this 6'1" deliciousness ass, get out of here. Can you see him going martini, shaken, not stirred? I'd have been like,
No, he'd
All
have
right,
his
well, we're
he'd
all
have his
nerds.
accent. He used the accent, man.
Yes,
So
he
we're
did.
all nerds here. What are you thinking about David Corenswet?
I like his look. I like his
You
look.
got to help me with that. Oh, you talking about the new Superman?
Yeah.
New Superman.
Mhm.
Oh, you mean Timu Superman? Listen, I'm gonna say this. I've never said this on air, but I'm gonna say it now. I know the quality of your Superman by whether or not his draws are on the outside. There's
Well, I
only
haven't seen.
one-
I haven't
There's
seen
only
the
one
look yet.
Superman that is allowed to have their draws on the outside, and I'd be perfectly okay with it. And he's dead.
And he's dead. Rest
If
in peace,
Christopher Reeve.
Chris.
Rest in peace,
Chris.
to the greatest of one of the greatest of all time, Christopher Reeve.
One
Everybody
of.
else that has,
One
yeah,
of.
everybody else that
The
has
new-
their draws on the outside is just
Mhm.
Christopher Reeve light.
The new Superman reminded me of Kirk Allen before George Reeves.
Oh, now
Yeah.
Kirk Allen. Kirk Allen had had the unfortunate pleasure of being the first Superman.
Yeah.
And this was back when they were writing him where he couldn't fly, he could just jump.
Right.
Mhm.
Kirk Allen was out there jumping in some of the damn Mojave deserts and some lots out, some studio lots outside of like Warner Brothers and shit. Like I felt bad for Kirk Allen. And his suit was in black and white. Like I know it was a color suit, but it didn't matter. Like it was all black and white. So Kirk Allen is out there jumping his ass off in the weeds in a sound stage on the Warner Brothers lot. Poor,
Well, think about it like this. I mean,
Kirk Allen deserves CGI. He
well,
deserved
yeah,
it.
I mean, also think about it like this.
George Reeve
You
got
think
it.
about it. Think about from how movies were made then to how they are now.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. But I
bruh.
mean, it's hot in that suit. Like, if you've ever been to Metropolis, Illinois, they have the original Kirk Allen Superman suit. And it's bulky and hot.
Yeah.
Like, we're not
Mhm.
talking Kirk Allen was jumping on a soundstage. This was the heat. He
Yeah.
was out there running and leaping. And like, even George Reeve, they just, they put him on some lines and let him, you know what I mean? Like, hey, just hold your arms out and look like you're flying. Kirk Allen didn't even get that. Kirk Allen got, all right, in this scene, you're going to run and you're going to jump. And then we're going to go further down and record you landing. Kirk Allen's legs was heft up for a long time.
Well,
poor Kirk Allen, man. Shout
And
out.
he was in the Christopher Reeve movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What was he though? Which one?
He was on the train with the original Lois Lane, which was played by Noel Neal.
Yeah.
They were the parents of the girl who later
that was watching-
becomes
Young Lois Lane.
and
Yeah.
looking at young Clark Kent actually running
Running
you
up.
know, on
yeah,
the side
That's
of the
that's
train.
part of
Yeah.
the that's
Racing
part of
the
the
train.
yeah, when he's running home, and then gets the whole speech by his dad.
What was
about
what's the name of the father? The guy that played Superman's father in the original Superman. It wasn't it, I know it's Green. What was his name? Because I keep
I
thinking
shall-
Lauren
I
Green,
have
but
no
that's
idea.
In the
he was
crit-
about
I
Star
shall-
Trek.
Consult the article.
He played
Glenn Ford.
Well,
No,
Marlon
that was
Brand.
Ford.
Marlon
That's it,
Brand.
Glenn Ford. No,
Glenn
Marlon
Ford.
Brando. Yeah.
He played Jor-El.
Hey.
Glenn Ford
Yeah.
played, and
Did you
they did throw back to him. They showed a picture of him on the mantle in Superman Returns
Hey, do you
with
think?
Brandon Routh.
Yeah. Do you think that Marlon Brando was conscious of what he was doing on the original Superman?
I know he didn't like doing it.
No,
I'm sure
He
did
didn't
not
like
want
it.
to do it.
no,
Marlon
he
Brando
didn't. He did not like it at all.
He-
Do you
He
know
was
how good
worse doing that than Harrison Ford was doing Han Solo.
Let me explain something. to you. Do you know how good you have to be at acting to not give a shit about acting? That's how
Yeah.
Marlon Brando
Mhm.
is literally considered the greatest actor of all time because he did not give a shit.
Eh.
Marlon Brando showed up at he showed up to every movie, said like, I don't want to be here. Like, I don't like any of you. I don't like this process. If you don't get out of my face with that script, like they
I'm
stuffed his mouth with
sorry.
cotton, and he was just like, I don't want to play the super.
I'm sorry. They put Terrence Stamp in a disco outfit, and he still took the cake.
Listen,
The deep
All right,
V-neck.
he nailed it. Nailed
a
that
deep-
role.
the Superman
with a
Museum
V-neck.
has Terrence Stamp's boots.
Deep V-neck.
The-
Deep,
deep
deep.
V-neck.
Like
Listen.
almost navel revealing V-neck. Like
Listen, I was afraid of them that came out of the Phantom Zone. When I went to see Superman 2, I was scared of shit of them people. Like, old girl was like, I thought she was like castrating people the way she was lifting them. But she was like taking belts and shit. I thought she was lifting dudes by their balls and just like, oh, well, your bloodline stops right here, buddy. Right here.
and then I saw him
I'm
in
a
the
woman
Phantom
and a
Menace.
Prussian.
Then I saw him in the Phantom Menace. I'm like, yeah, Zod. And then Palpatine's like, get out of here.
Yeah, like it. Terrence
nobody.
Stamp scared the shit out of me.
He
I'm
is
not. I'm so not
fantastic
making
actor.
that up. He's
No.
scared.
Yeah,
Piss out of
absolutely,
me.
yeah.
That, and then, like, I know people are gonna hate this, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. Terrence Stamp's role was iconic because nobody had ever seen Zod on screen.
Right.
Michael Shannon came in and
Mhm.
gave that bitch balls. Michael Shannon is my Zod now. I don't give a shit. That man, listen, that I will
Nope.
find him. That listen, if you tell me that I will find him is not as iconic as Neil before Zod, you out of your rabbit ass mind. That man was spit.
Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
I've told you this before, and I'm gonna tell you again. Same problem with Han, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. First, Michael Shannon Zod wasn't his own character. He was programmed. All he did was whine the whole movie. My people. My people. Zod, Terrence
All
Stamp's Zod didn't care about nobody. He was like
he just wanted to
kneel
take
before-
He just
over.
wanted
Like,
everybody to kneel before Zod.
Exactly. So
exactly. Michael Shannon Zod had no control over
listen,
himself.
If
He
you put
was
a
like,
mask
"My-
on
my
him
people."
if you put a mask on him in a green outfit, Terrence Stamp's Zod is basically Doctor Doom with superpowers. Michael Shannon's Zod he felt that shit. That man was like, look at this.
He played the
could've-
role well,
he
but
just-
the
he was
characters
like-
are vastly different.
He was like, we could have built a new Krypton in this squalor. He's like, but you like that man.
And again,
Like he's like, I have no.
and,
I
and
have
again,
no.
Well,
it
I
comes
would tell
down
you
to
like this.
the same thing as the Khan references. One Khan is like, my people, and the other one's like, I'm going to kill this guy, even if it means killing all of my people. And he did.
Hey,
Well, see, those
now-
are two great those are two great choices. You know, for Zod, my personal one is Colin Salmon from
you talking about the
Krypton.
black guy? Oh, now his Neil before Zod outdid Terrence Stamps. That man
I
had
don't know
whole
this-
ass
I don't know this
speech.
person. What's this from? I don't know. this.
Krypton.
The show Krypton. It only
Oh,
had
yeah,
one
show
season.
Krypton.
It had one season.
One season and
Oh.
it was on sci-fi of all damn places. Like
Figures.
Warner Brothers is the biggest villain in Superman history. Like they just don't like them. It's like, well, we want to go back to Christopher Reeve, but not that far back. Like, oh, Brandon Routh,
No,
far back.
that
Mhm.
was Brandon Routh's, or not Routh's, but who's the guy that directed that movie? Directed it. The
Bryan
problematic
Singer.
singer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
His biggest problem was having Routh basically recreate Reeves' role.
Exactly.
Yes.
Don't do that. Make it your own.
Well,
But
see,
when
it
they
was
did
supposed to
make it
be
their
it was
own,
supposed to be a
When they
sequel to
did,
those
nobody
films.
liked him. They were supposed to be what?
A sequel to those films, to the Christopher Reeve films.
Yeah.
That's what the
Yeah.
Return of Superman. It was supposed to be a sequel.
Yeah, it was basically forget Superman 3 and 4 exist. This is a sequel to Superman 2.
And again,
Yes.
That's what it's supposed to be.
that's when I tell you this is why the bean counters and the executives at Warner Brothers are the biggest Superman villain ever. Like you just said, don't try to recreate Christopher Reeve, make him your own. Okay, here's Henry Cavill. Wait a minute, not that too much to own. Now we got to go back to the draws on the outside. I'm telling you, they're not going to be satisfied until they dig up Christopher Reeve and take the marrow from his bones and recreate him. Like get the
I have no problem with Henry Cavill's Superman. He was underused and misused by the production and direction crew.
I think Zack Snyder was on the right path.
He was on the right path, and
Yeah,
he
I
certainly has
absolutely.
the look.
I
He's got the
listen,
look.
I
Mhm.
enjoy a Superman that you're not going to tell me And this is why the formative years of Christopher Reeve Supermans were important. Because if you mess around and wake up and find out, oh, by the way, you can fly. You can emit beams out of your eyes that will fry things. You can blow really hard and freeze them. You can run faster than a bullet, and you can literally fly over buildings. You're not going to tell me he's going to go, cool. No, it's not going to be cool. What is cool? Hell, it's cool. You're going to be just like Henry Cavill. Like, wait a minute, I'm not from here? Why can't you just keep being my father? You're going to be a little bit, displaced. If I go to bed at night and wake up tomorrow morning, my wife tells me, honey, there's something you need to know. It's something that your mother told me before she passed. You are not her son. You were born on a planet many moons from many galaxies away from here. And you have super abilities. It's why you've always felt different. I'm 52 years old. I'm going to lose my shit. I'm a grown man with a former career, retirement and shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna go, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. So you're telling me I'm not from here?
I would be excited. I'd be like, and then my next question would be like, are they coming back to get me? Because this place sucks.
Shit, I'm finding them. It's like, wait a minute, so I can fly? Yes, you can actually fly. You're super strong, but your mother took you someplace to give you a suggestion that makes you believe that you're not as strong as you are. All you need to do is get rid of that mental block, and you'll be able to access all of your powers. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Did you ever see the movie Brightburn?
I did.
I have not. I've heard of.
Not great execution, but great idea.
Basically,
just what happens if Superman turns out bad.
I saw
and murders people.
I saw a YouTube video where a woman asked what would happen if Henry Cavill's Superman met Brightburn. And basically what it amounted to was Brightburn's going to try his shit, and Superman's going to look at him like, boy, if you don't stop, like he's going to try to reason with him. I understand you have these powers. Let me help you. And Brightburn's going to keep trying to like do something to him, and then eventually Superman's going to smack the shit out of his ass like Batman did did Damian.
He's going to do the same.
You don't sit down.
He got to do the same thing he did to Zod in the middle of Grand Central Station.
Smack it. Listen, no, I don't think you'll kill him. But I'm gonna tell you something. You ever see what Omni-Man did to Invincible? Your little ass need to learn. He gonna bounce his little ass off the mountains and shit. Daddy.
Or maybe call the Phantom Zone. Maybe put him in the Phantom Zone.
He would have to.
Right?
Like, think about it. You're Superman trying to save the world, and this little bastard out here is the reason you got to save it in the first place. Like, Maui had a nice beach, and then Brightburn showed up. And now Maui's on fire. You got to put out Maui and find his little ass. Oh, no. You got two choices. You're going to get your ass whooped. You're going to this Phantom Zone. Like, I got powers. Bitch, I got more. If you don't get the hell up out of here, I'm 33 years old. I will beat the shit out of you. Brightburn, we get spanked.
Yeah, but bear in mind, too, that, Henry Cavill Superman's a grown man and Brightburn was a kid.
I don't give a shit.
12-year-old kid.
Hey, a 12-year-old with that type of power, you got to whoop his ass. It's going to make that Zod and Kal-El fight look pale in comparison. He's like, let's take this outside. He's going to take it to some place like over the water and whoop his ass. You little bastard! Like I
did like the Zod and Kal-El fight in Man of Steel though. That was good.
Hey,
like the punching him and like speeding up to him and then punching him again.
Yes,
like, flying.
That's
for
what
being
I'm saying. It was a good move because that man did not. We're talking about a guy who just found out not too long ago that, oh, by the way, your mama and daddy ain't your mama and daddy. Here's your ship, and then you're like
right.
lost in this world. Imagine all the fights he couldn't get into. His dad's like, you got to learn how to calm down, son. He's like, well, I got to learn how to calm down. Just trust me. You can't throw a punch. And then he tells him, because you ain't from here and you got powers and shit. So,
but I can't take this guy's I can't take this dude's tow truck and wrap like 14 telephone poles around it though.
Exactly.
Right.
That was great.
Hey,
that was great.
Mr. Marco the Evil, Superman versus the Boat Bird. Who's winning? That's tough. That's a tough.
Mm.
That's a tough fight.
I'll
I
have to
remember
tell you
was it-
guys this.
That's a death battle fight right there.
I'll have to tell you the story of the cosmic alligator one day, but the Boat bird is on that level. They're like, there is no above that.
There really isn't.
Those are universe-ending level events right
Oh,
there. I mean,
And I
it's
did
just
tell y'all, I
beyond
did
Superman.
finally make a Boap. Like the Boap bird actually has the Boap sound now. I did tell y'all that. I sent it to Angry. I sent it to him. It has the Boap. It just listen.
Yeah,
One
I'm
day we
gonna-
need to make a story of Bo the Boap
look,
bird.
I'm
Like
gonna-
he finds out that he's the bird of the devil and shit. Like we got
I'll
to.
have to send
No,
you some footage. You know, you guys know that every morning I go outside before work and I have a small murder of crows that I feed, and they're all bouncing around my feet, and I throw them hard-boiled eggs and bread and stuff.
Better
I'll
stop.
just send you
Oh,
some
that's cool.
videos.
Better-
'cause
Listen,
cool.
you better leave him alone. Listen,
No.
one of them could be the Boap bird.
No, here's the thing.
Boy,
You
over
know,
here feeding a
that's
murderer
no.
crows
Here's the
and
thing.
getting
That's the
murdered.
best thing, though. That's the best thing is to befriend them.
because they remember you.
Shit.
They
remember.
They
faces,
remember you.
and they can also pass that knowledge on to their offspring, even if their offspring haven't met you. They can say,
Yeah,
"This
and
person
then
is
see
cool."
them.
They
They're
give you
cool.
eggs and peanuts. This person was throwing rocks at you,
Listen,
and they will hate you for
Crow
generations.
Twitter.
Oh yeah,
Crow Twitter. That's like squirrel Twitter.
it's like this.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll. If you
Speak-
you treat them good, they will treat you even better.
I don't trust him.
I have a small metal screw. It's the only gift I've ever gotten from my crows. One walked up and dropped one right at my feet one day when I was breaking up hard-boiled eggs and throwing them out to them in the middle of winter last year or the
The
year before. I
Boap
think.
bird scares me. I'm not even gonna try to front that some bitches. That listen, I was
Well,
to
I'm gonna
get the
take that
Boap
3D.
sound, I had to go watch the Boap bird in action.
So like,
And
I'm gonna
that son
take
of a
that.
bitch was huge.
I'm gonna take that
It was-
3D image I sent you, and I'm gonna animate that with that sound.
With the Boap.
Boap.
I tell you,
Yeah.
that damn Boap bird, I had to go back and watch. That bird was twice the size of Aunt Mary, and no wonder the bitch died of a heart attack. Like you wake up with the Bible on your chest, and a bird the size of a Buick is sitting at the end of your damn bed. You shit. That wasn't the devil. That bitch was just like, there's a 747 with wings in this. Die. Now, the reporter, she caught that work. Like, bitch, you shouldn't have been saying anything. Shouldn't have been talking shit.
Mr. Marco the Evil's like Caesar versus Boap.
Oh no. Nope. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The Boap is gonna try it with Caesar, but Caesar's not gonna sit still long enough for the Boap to do anything. He gonna Boap, and Caesar gonna be like, got it. And see, Caesar's too he's like deceptive with them hands. Like, trust me. I told y'all the last day I was in Kansas City that some bitch jumped on my damn moving truck and then tried to jump on my face. Like, you.
Oh, I know that dude. That dude is on his way to where you are now. It just take him longer to get there. You know he's on his way.
He can try. I'm ready for him now. I got a backyard with a pool in it. The fight between the two of us can't get. Listen, y'all ever see Any Which Way You Can or Any Which Way with Loose? That
He
fight
got a
between.
he got a breaststroke towards you with not
He
a
gonna
care in
get
the world. Like,
Listen, he gonna get kicked. That damn squirrel better stay away from me. Listen, I will jump my ass in that pool. Come on, get it. Ah! Like, squirrels is good for, like, he can't jump out of it. He's wet. And I'm like, gotcha. I'll be under the water throwing them slow ass punches at a squirrel. I'm just saying, the Boap bird, I don't know, man. I don't know. Caesar's a bit dangerous in them streets, man. You one wrong.
If we all go to VidCon one day, we actually have to have like a 3-dimensional model of the Boap bird, sitting on your shoulder.
Listen, you think I wouldn't?
Yeah.
Literally, I want a 3D printed a crow and a microphone underneath a cape. Just walk up to people and go, Boap. What happened? Like, don't worry about it.
Do like a.
I wouldn't go outside if I were you.
Do like a hand puppet.
Oh my goodness! If I could find somebody that would make a Boap bird hand puppet, like it has to be the size of the one that Aunt Marion saw when she got scared to death. It
You could
can't be
do
no
so.
small ass
Here's the thing: you could make a hand puppet out of it, but then you could also add in one of those little sound modules,
Oh yeah.
and you could record a boap on it, so that every time you open up your mouth, it's like boap, boap, boap.
a large black man walking through VidCon in California with a damn large
Wait.
ass crow that says Boap on his
It
hand.
just says
Well,
boap.
well, like I said in that one video I did where I was like doing magic spells against people that I don't like, and I put that crow at the end, and you commented, Thomas, you were like, Boap. I was like, I should have put that I should have put that in captions in the video before I posted it. Like it should have been like Boap right at the end. Like
Listen, my job is to also help y'all get more acquainted with movies. Because somebody's gonna go, I gotta go see this Boab bird. And they're gonna go look and find out it's the bird in the second Omen film. And they're gonna be like, this son bitch really did make a sound called Boab for this dumbass bird. I love my wife. She's so great. Like, how you doing election coverage? Let me change the channel. Oh, you give me some juice?
But it looks like I put it on YouTube with they're starting election coverage.
Starting
Electoring.
electoring
Oh, wow.
electoring
Doing
coverage.
electoring.
Electoring coverage, yes.
Electoring coverage.
So you
I mean,
just heard the militant version of the help desk with guns and
Right.
calibers. And stuff like
We went way off track for your show. Sorry about that.
that. That's okay.
Somebody was help desk.
So we flew
Sorry
off
about
the rails
that.
with it.
It's okay.
We did.
We went off
That-
the rails with Diddy Lube on the short bus. So
So
Fair.
true.
So
too
But
much
this
Diddy
is a-
Lube.
But
on
then
this is-
next Tuesday is Tech Tuesday for Microsoft updates. So if you have your Windows machine, make sure you get those updates. Keep your stuff running fresh. Keep your stuff running good.
yeah.
Avoid Windows 11.
Avoid the planet Earth at all costs. Save yourselves.
Said avoid Windows.
Don't get Windows 11.
Said avoid Windows 11.
Every machine I have, including my work machine, runs on Windows 11.
Been absolutely dreadful.
Whoops.
The USS
It's,
Reliant runs on Windows 11.
I'm wondering though. I still cannot hear anything on GCPR on any browser. It's not even working on my phone now, so I don't know. I can't listen to the website. I don't know what's going on with that.
So far, CNN is
Huh.
saying that Florida, with 18% of the votes or 18% of the precincts in Trump. I said slump.
Oh,
Same
Trump
thing.
has a slight lead.
Mm-hmm.
50. Would y'all put the damn thing back up there? See, this is going to be the problem all night. This I can tell right now is going to be the problem all night. We're going to be like,
CNN is your problem to start with.
Well,
Oh, see,
the other thing
I'm looking at NBC.
the thing we need to be cautious of and be at least wary of is the blue or the red Mirage / the blue ship. They've been talking about this on
Yep.
TikTok
Mm-hmm.
because Republicans most often vote in person, and those votes get tallied first. It's when the mail-in and the early voting gets tallied because certain states are not even allowing us to start counting them until the election day.
Right.
all right,
that
so Indiana's
Those come
going-
in later. They're going to use that. The Republicans will use that. Be like, oh, look, they're cheating. We were winning, and then we lose. No, that's just because that's the way we vote, and that's the way it's coming in. But this year could be a toss-up. Who knows? Just because of the amount of early voting we've seen has been record-breaking. So
Yeah, because last election, remember that it was Trump in the lead until all the mail-in and absentee voters were counted, and then Biden won. Yeah.
I went to bed that night thinking, oh, F. It's over. He's going to win. And then I woke up and I was like,
all right,
Right.
so
holy cow.
right now I switched to ABC. Let's see. I will switch to Kornacki over in MSNBC. Right now, go big screen on here, kiddos. Trump has won Indiana. And South
Shocker.
Carolina with 1% of the electoral, I mean, with the 1% of the precincts in, Harris is expected to win South Carolina. She is the expected winner
Really?
in Vermont.
Wow.
In Vermont.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a surprise. Yeah,
Okay.
what I'm looking at shows Vermont definitely for her, and it shows Indiana and Kentucky for Trump.
Yeah. They're 1% in Virginia. We have 58.7 to 40.6 Trump over Harris, but that is still 1% in. Uh, um, wow. Okay. So Georgia's too early to call. We got North Carolina at 7:30, Pennsylvania at 8, Arizona at 9, Michigan at 9, Wisconsin at 9, Nevada at 10 p.m. So right now,
Plenty to
we don't
go.
know
All
anything.
right.
We know nothing.
So
Right
right now
now,
it's
we don't know
still
a damn thing.
too early to tell right now.
Way too early to tell. But they do have a 19-3 electoral lead for Donald Trump, but not anything
But
definitive.
But again, that's Indiana and Kentucky versus Vermont.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah.
We
Doesn't
got
mean anything yet.
statewide. It's too early to call in Georgia, but Harris has a 51.0 to 48.5 lead over Donald Trump in the state of Georgia. I don't like Trump's smiling face. I'm sorry. I
hate
try
his
to be
smiling face.
as objective as humanly possible, but every time I see
Don't-
that man's teeth, I am reminded that they are false and they could fall out of his mouth at any time.
You don't like his frowning face, though, either.
I
To be
don't like.
fair,
Listen,
I mean,
I
when
am,
you
I
say you
am
don't like his smiling face, you don't really, if I'm
His
being
red,
honest,
He has a very
you don't
punchable
really like his
face.
face pretty much in any condition. Am I
when
correct?
when it comes to Donald Trump, I am Kendrick Lamar. I hate the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he wears his dress. I hate the way he speaks this.
So
When
like,
he
he
when
has
I catch flight, I'm gonna be direct. I hate the.
so
I
like,
hate
he
the
has a
women
very
he's confused
punchable
with.
face.
Yes, because he confused himself with Will Rimmon, and that I notice I'm saying we, not just me. I'm what the culture's feeling. Like I don't like him. They got Kentucky going for Trump, but duh,
Mhm.
duh. Like, come on,
Kentucky's been voting against its own
Mhm.
self-interest since the New Deal.
good old Kentucky, good old Kentucky.
I do want to let everybody know, to all of our GCPR family, our listeners, our viewers, wherever you might be across this country. Right now, about 10 minutes from me, is a place called the Banana Factory. It is a building that was rehabbed when Bethlehem lost everything. There was no industry, there were no jobs, there were no businesses, there was nothing here. Bethlehem is a northeast industrial town gutted by Reaganism, destroyed by Reagan after he campaigned at the steel mill, telling the workers there that the mill would sustain them and their families for another 100 years. Then, of course, he destroyed tariffs and let cheap Chinese steel come in and destroyed the plant. The first building on the south side of Bethlehem that began to revitalize the entire section of the city was the Banana Factory. It was a building that artists moved into and took over, and it became a center for the arts. You could go there and take classes, you could buy art, you could all of these things. It is also the prime voting location for the students at Lehigh University. Lehigh University takes the entirety of South Mountain, both sides of it. Some of those students have been standing there now for 7 hours because there has been power problems in the building and there have been voting machine problems there. If you know anything about Northampton County, Pennsylvania, you know that we can't really get out of bed in the morning without a voting machine problem because pay attention, our Democratic administration bought machines that are, for the lack of a better term, shit. So these students have been standing out there now for 7 hours. Celebrities like Wanda Sykes and Paul Rudd are now actually outside the building trying to encourage the students to hang in there and vote. It's a highly Democratic area. I'm not saying that there are shenanigans here. I actually don't believe that they are. But Northampton County's inability to run an election is becoming an epidemic. And The length of this story is too much. My point of it is, wherever you are in this country or her territories, if you are in line when your polls close, there are lines in Philadelphia that are 2 and 3 hours long. There's a line, George will know where I'm talking about. There's a line just shy of the Pocono Mountains in a little town called Wind Gap. I think only about 50 people live there anyway, but there's a 2.5 hour line waiting to vote. The polls close here in Pennsylvania in less than an hour. If you are in line, you can vote, period. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you. If you are in line waiting to vote, when those polls close, by law, you are allowed to vote. And it's not just in Pennsylvania, it's in every state and territory in the union, everywhere that's voting today. If you're in line when the polls close, you can vote. It's a big ask to ask somebody to stand in a line, even on as gorgeous a day as it was here. And it was damn near perfect here today. For 10 hours, 12 hours at a clip. That's pretty rough. But these kids won't leave, and they're not giving up. And they won't go anywhere until their voice is heard and their votes are cast. And I know that it's not always easy when you see seniors and people in walkers and wheelchairs and crutches and so on waiting hours and hours and hours, because these neighborhoods in Georgia where tens of thousands of black folk live have one voting machine in a 10-mile square, but the white suburb has 100 voting machines, one for every 5 people. It's a lot. It is a lot to ask, but democracy's worth it.
Stay your ass right.
Don't let this be the last time that you vote. Don't let it be the last time that you vote.
Stay your ass right.
Because if we lose, it very well could be.
Stay your ass right there.
It's a lot to ask. It is. It's hard.
Be nice about it, but stay your ass right in line. Don't be moving.
It's hard to stand there for that many hours. It is. It's exhausting. But please know, if you can hear us at all, if you're streaming us or wherever you're streaming us, if you're watching the video, wherever you might be listening, anywhere in the country, know what the law is. And the law is, whenever that polling place that you're standing in line in closes, if it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 10 o'clock Eastern time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, Hawaii, I think, won't close till I think midnight Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in line, you can vote. Don't let anybody tell you different. That's the law. So we're seeing, if you've been watching any of the videos so far tonight, I haven't been able to open anything up on my phone yet. I need to do that when I shut up so that I can watch what the rest of you are watching. But if you've seen on CNN, MSNBC, all of the PBS, I think, is actually a great place to take in election coverage. It's pretty straightforward, and they're constantly running numbers, and you really don't have to wait as long to get those numbers. You are seeing lines that are hours long in Philadelphia and throughout Pennsylvania. People know how important this is. And to be fair, an area like Wind Gap is a red area, and those folks feel the importance of this election as well. They may not be voting in a way that I agree with, but they're exercising their right to vote, and I can't argue with that. And they know the gravity of this election as well, and they're standing in line for hours at a time. So stay strong. It's hard, I know. Call somebody to bring you some water, get a pizza, make Domino's deliver you a pizza in line, whatever you got to do. But
drop a pin.
Do whatever you got to do.
I do have a question.
In line. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in.
Why does Steve Kornacki's pants look like he has no ass?
Because
hey,
I've met him.
Give Steve Kornacki a little bit of credit here, man.
He ain't got no ass. What credit? What do you want? What you want to do? What am I do? The man ain't got no ass. He has the booty cheek.
He has got a long night ahead of him.
You damn right he does. He needs to work on his cardio and work on his ass. That man ain't got no ass, man. His pants look like Donald Trump's diaper. I'm telling y'all right now, tonight, I'm gonna try to be as serious as possible about this shit. But if this thing goes, because right now it's 19 electoral votes to 3. If that shit don't change, I'm gonna do an edible.
That gonna change. trust me.
It's very, very,
This
very.
shit's
It's
about
gonna
to. This shit's about
it's
to
gonna
be.
change, and when it does, just know Trump is already saying, "Well, we're winning right now, so we should win the
Exactly.
whole thing."
I listen. The red mirage is gonna cause the high Thomas. I'm not playing. We come on now.
Yeah, and they
Trying to be as
know it, and
professional
they'll
about this
use
as
it
humanly
again.
possible.
They know it. They'll use it, exploit, on their followers, and their followers will be like, "Yeah, we were winning. We don't know why we lost or why we're not in the lead anymore because you just don't care about how things work. You just listen to, you know,
Of course we
nectarine
don't.
Napoleon and whatever he tells you to believe."
Right now, all hinges on Pennsylvania, and I hate the fact that our elector or our elections go down to like 5 states.
It's stupid.
What kind of shit is that? Like,
It is stupid.
hi, I represent the rest of the damn nation, you mooks. Again,
Well, yeah,
I'm
just
trying.
looking at it, I know it's by population, but what, Texas has got 40 electoral votes, California's got 54. Now we split those. Obviously, Texas is going to be red and California's going to be blue, but
Yep.
everything else is just so wild and weird. And these states like Wyoming, they've got more electoral votes than they have people in their state. I mean,
That's what I'm
come on.
saying. How is a state like Wyoming, which is halfway empty, and they talking about there's no room in America?
More than that.
Wyoming, South Dakota. What the hell are you talking about?
North Dakota,
North Dakota. There's plenty.
Montana.
Listen, we could give all the immigrants the Dakotas. We can let them have it. Hey, here you go. Everybody go in there. Like it.
Welcome to America,
Welcome to America.
It's yours.
Here's a house in Wyoming. Get your ass up there.
Here's the deed to North Dakota.
There's no good taco places in Wyoming. So let's go. Go on up there, buddy. Go on. Handle it.
The winter sucks, but there's only 7 people there, so you'll be fine.
Yeah. And you'll love I'm telling you, you'll love the mule deers. Listen,
Yeah, just go up there. You'll be fine.
I've been to Wyoming, and I'm gonna tell you right now, them mule deers are assholes. You can't shoot them. You can't eat them. They're too damn big, and they run the place. They do not listen. Those mule deers do not F around. Trust me, I was on the phone with my mother in the reserves because I had to go up there for training. I'm on the phone with my mom, and a pack of mule deers rolled up, and I'm thinking, oh, they just gonna run past me. No, them some bitches ran right to me. They're like, get your black ass out of the way. We are streaming live on YouTube. If you want, we can go ahead and stream live on Facebook, but I can't control any damn thing here. I don't own the place.
I would be the host of the.
Hey, hosty host.
Soon.
You can stream
What?
Facebook.
Get us on Facebook too. Yeah, get us everywhere. We can't do TikTok because you got banned, right, Thomas?
Yep, I did.
Did you?
Yes, I'm always getting.
Gosh, that's strange. That's
Hey.
never happened before. I can't imagine why such a thing would.
Hey, catch me on
ever, oh my goodness, yeah, happen.
Hey, catch me on MySpace. I reopened my MySpace.
MySpace.
Not playing. I'm so serious right now. Catch me on MySpace. I might start doing videos over there on MySpace. Thomas the Villain Bishop, same name. I'm telling you, because TikTok, come January 19th, TikTok's gonna be banned anyways. One day before the new president comes in. So nah, boo boo. I'll be here longer than you will. Catch me on MySpace. Listen. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, man. Catch me on MySpace, damn it. I'm done, man. I'm sick of these people. Jeff Pierce. Jeff Pierce over in the YouTube chat is going through some pain management things. Jeff, please take it easy. I have to tell our other Jeff the same thing. Take it easy. Rest. I know you can't do the greens because you actually spoke about that because of pain management. But hey, man, we love having you.
This is the help desk.
The help deers. See, I told y'all there's a gang called the Mule Deers, and they're actual mule deers in Wyoming, and they run everything. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, remember Sons of Anarchy? Imagine Sons of Mule Deers. Like just a pack of mule deers is like, we run everything up here. Better get your black ass out the way.
A bunch of asses. Oh, sorry. Nice.
Bunch of deer. Hold on, just a bunch of deers over there with weapons. Run the place. That's why they have so many weapons. People running fear of the mule deer. I'm dead ass. Like, man, mule deers is assholes. What happened? Mule deer hit me, dog. I wasn't even prepared for that level of bullshit.
So
Like,
did you push us out to Facebook, Angry, or are we just on YouTube?
Angry, do you?
Trying.
You have access to
Do
the.
or do not. There is no try.
You have access to the
Nice.
everything, right? You have
Everything but Facebook.
what in the ass? Oh my God! Let's see if we can fix it.
Because nobody decided I was good enough for Facebook. So
You you lying sack of happiness. Hey, Steve Kornacki wears like hair dye.
Virginia.
Oh, they all do.
There's no
Virginia
way in
just
hell that man.
At least they all do.
Virginia did what?
Virginia just flipped right in front of my eyes.
Flipped a what?
Blue.
Yo.
wow.
What?
Let's go, Virginia.
She was actually expected to win Virginia. That's why
Yeah.
Virginia, in the last few weeks, actually sued in federal court to be able to continue their illegal voter purging. The court case went all the way to the current corporate Supreme Court, where, shocker, in a 6-3 decision with no decision written by the majority, they simply said, go ahead, Virginia, do whatever you want, even if you're breaking the law.
Of course.
And thousands of people were wiped off the voter rolls.
Because Virginia is for racists. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? My bad. My bad. There's gonna be a lot of that tonight.
And like here in Indiana, our polls haven't even closed. And they're already calling us.
Yeah, they got 17% of the precincts for Donald Trump.
And the two bluest counties in the state haven't even reported in. I'm zooming into the state itself, and Indianapolis and Evansville haven't even reported in.
The shit?
Yeah.
What the shit?
But AP's reporting 17%. It's all for Trump.
She was never going to win Indiana.
No, of course not. No.
Hey,
bullshit.
They're saying West Virginia's going to her.
Won
him.
Indiana.
Wait a minute. West Virginia?
No, West Virginia just went to him.
Ugh.
Yeah,
So
that
20
was. Remember now, 4 years
suspected.
ago, he won West Virginia by I think 35 points.
That means they're gonna end up keeping. What didn't Numbnuts retire? What's his face?
Joe Manchin retired. The open Senate seat is currently being contested by the former governor, Jim Justice. It was interesting on MSNBC. I think it was Saturday, trying to talk about what a close and valiant race the Democratic nominee was running for that Senate seat.
But projections show he's
and
not going to win.
PBS has already projected that Justice is going to win that Senate seat. Christ himself could have run as a Democrat for that Senate seat in West Virginia, and he wouldn't have won either.
Hey, West Virginia. I hope, and I want
this is all part of the very.
Yeah.
You almost have to give them credit for it. That
I just want our listeners in West Virginia to know that you're still poor.
Right.
I know this is going to hurt your feelings, but you're still poor. And no matter how much
Bernie Sanders keeps his seat,
jackass promised you, you're still poor.
Bernie Sanders is going to keep his seat in Vermont.
Is anybody going to run against that man?
I actually watched debate that he had with his opponent. And his opponent, Mr. Malloy, is a retired Army officer, a career Army. Seemingly a decent man. I watched him, very under control, knowledgeable. By all accounts, a good man. Never mentioned Trump's name. But Bernie just simply talked circles around him. Bernie had all the facts and the figures and when Malloy tried to talk about immigration, Bernie, of course, went straight to the fact that it was your party that killed the deal. I helped work on it. You have no, you don't have a leg to stand on here. You don't. And Bernie, of course, was very respectful to the gentleman, and it was a very civil debate. But Bernie just spoke circles around him. It just wasn't even close.
I just think Bernie could.
Bernie's not a young man either. You got to remember
That's what I'm saying. Where is the Darth Vader to Bernie Sanders Emperor Palpatine?
I think he's 84 years old.
Pass the power, bruh. Damn, yeah. Like Bernie, we get it. I've been doing this for many years. I believe that there's a better way to do government than what we do. But I think it's time for me to find an apprentice and pass off my things to him. Like, yes, Bernie, please. For the love of Pete.
I'm gonna run at you like a spider monkey.
Like a spider monkey. We're live on the TikTok, so we're here until we get kicked off.
Oh God,
we're gonna get.
Just start the countdown clock.
It's a countdown until we get kicked off. Yeah.
Let me ask everybody really quick, since we're all here, and the results that are coming in are not shocking. They're not going to change, and they're also a bit sporadic, and there's not a lot of them. All that said, everybody happy that all the text messages are going to end?
Oh my God!
I'm glad all the phone calls are going to end too.
Hey,
is that it? Everyone happy?
She never did get $47 from me. I'm just
no. She didn't get a dime from me either, but she raised $1.5 billion in 100 days. That's pretty good.
I will say this, though.
Any corporation would take that kind of windfall.
I didn't get this many text messages from Barack Obama when he was in office.
Yeah.
I didn't get
that. Look here, man. I didn't get this many from Joe Biden when he was running. I mean, God damn. Look, and I'll say it like this. One thing I am glad
I think this is important.
Yeah, I will be saying I'll be glad that all these deep fake and the Russian bot ads, all those will stop. The only thing I'll ask all these Russian bots, please give us something new.
Please
give us some new ads.
Listen, I want the 50 Panavision ads, like 1950s Panavision ads.
Give me the. Just like I said, like George said, give us the 50
Are we on
say,
Facebook or not?
Like Donald Trump is running for president again, and we have here live coverage here from the election site.
Like we're good.
Kamala Harris is running for president. She is that, and give us something like that.
And now for Movie Tone News.
How is it that states like North Carolina are too close to call, but they called Virginia, or not Virginia, but West Virginia for Trump, and they just closed their damn polls? The hell is this?
I was gonna say, and I've still got no information.
Right now, Virginia is too close to call, even though Harris leads 49.8% to 48.6% over Trump. But West Virginia is easy. Like, there is no precincts in West Virginia. There's zero.
Oh, there wasn't a single vote counted, and they called it for the Republicans straight across. But then again, that's West Virginia.
Same thing with North Carolina.
It's going to be
Carolina
that way.
I'm telling you right now.
Showed up for.
I'm looking at North Carolina for no other reason other than the fact that if y'all elect Mark Robinson, the so-called the avowed white Nazi or black Nazi, as governor of your state, you deserve everything that you get. He's gonna be eating pizza and watching corn while he's spending y'all damn money, you simple Simon sons of bitches. I'm telling you right now. Go ahead and elect that
guy's going to take all of y'all's money, and he's going to get the premium high def version of Cornhub.
Yes. You understand when he went to those places, he didn't. You know what I mean? Like he didn't go there.
He didn't go there just to make those comments. He went there because he
didn't even buy the whole movie. He bought he did his thing with the damn ads, like the whatchamacallit ads. Like he would buy an entire pizza and just watch the previews.
Yeah.
You sick bastard.
Yeah.
What kind of human being are you? And y'all elect that man governor? Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for you. I don't.
Last polling, he was trailing by as much as 12 points.
Like, get the... Ugh. And it I'm just saying, man.
Are we still on TikTok?
Yep.
Yeah,
So far.
so far.
This
Oh,
So
hey,
far,
we're on
he had-
TikTok.
toes
that's
crossed here.
pretty
No,
good.
it's
I was kind of worried. I was kind of worried for a
Rant
minute.
over. Okay.
Not gonna lie, I
You
was
guys
kind of
been
worried for a
banned
minute.
for harassing and bullying.
Listen, we got to try to save the TikTok because T. Nathan, I think, is on his now, and he's got plenty of time to get himself kicked off. He's gonna need a fallback TikTok
Listen,
location.
I think they are definitely afraid of T. Nathan.
No
think
Bo
the
app
mo-
yet.
I,
No.
I
Yeah,
think
no,
T.
no, yeah.
Nathan knows the
Yeah.
mods personally, and he just calls them once a week and says, "Ban my shit if you want to." But I'm gonna leave it with something. Like he isn't with the Denzel, ban my shit, and I'm gonna leave it with something.
I
Right.
wish a motherfucker would.
I wish you
I
would.
wish.
I wish a
I
mother.
dare you. I double dare you.
Said,
So
I
right
dare-
now,
I
ladies and
double dog
gentlemen,
dare you.
Right now, Kentucky is being called for Donald Trump. 8 electoral votes, which gives Donald Trump 23
I
to 3.
see red. I see red over Ohio.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, that didn't surprise me.
Shocker.
It's expected to
tell
win
you.
Ohio.
Right.
Virginia might
I'd
be
like-
too.
The interesting
like-
thing to watch in Ohio is that they are having, I believe, no, they already had their abortion vote.
We did. That was last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Is the ballot question asking for an independent commission to be formed to
Issue one.
the legislative, all the legislative and or state rep and state senate seats in
Districting.
That will
It's our
be
district. It's our
complete-
districting bill. Issue one. So if you're in Ohio and you're watching and you're just standing in line voting because the polls are closed already, yes, on issue one, we want the independent commission. Do not leave it in the hands of politicians.
I love how
I don't
love
know
how-
that Ohio would have a Democratic majority in its legislature even without gerrymandering, but it wouldn't be a veto-proof majority. That's for sure. It would be a heck of a lot more balanced than it actually is.
We're such an anomaly here because we went for Obama twice and then we've gone for Trump twice since
I
then.
don't get it.
And we're going to go for Trump again, I'm sure. And the other battleground
You went for George
races.
W. both times before Obama.
Well, I was part of that. Sorry.
Don't mess with the
mess it-
nation that needs medication.
Hey,
But also
MSNBC.
keep this in mind that Sherrod Brown is going up against Bernie Moreno, and that's Sherrod Brown is projected to lose that, so that'll be a loss for Democrats in the Senate.
Democrats will not hold the Senate, period. The math is simply against them. 34 Senate seats are up for re-election. 27 of them are Democratic seats. The map just simply doesn't allow it. Jim Justice winning in West Virginia. I'm almost not sure why they had elections in West Virginia.
Why?
If they were going to wait for 0 votes to be counted and just call all the races for the Republicans, we probably could have just done that
That's
meeting
what I'm saying.
for the meeting at a coffee shop this morning. But that said,
We could have
Just-
went
So
on.
that's
at 9 o'clock.
that's a flipped seat right there, because at least on paper, Joe Manchin was a Democrat. He still caucused with the Democrats. So that's a flip
That's
right
fine.
there. I see absolutely no way that the Democrats hold the Senate. Not a chance. I do think, though, they have an excellent chance to flip the House. 10 of those Republican seats
Yeah.
from 2022 were gerrymandered seats. New York has since redistricted. North Carolina had their districts straightened out. I happen to think that there's a good chance that the Democrats will take the House. You better hope that they take one chamber. That said, and I've never understood why we haven't seen this before. Tim Walz, the vice presidency under the Constitution, is the chief operating officer of the Senate.
Yes.
Whether that vice president is in the majority party or not. And I can remember here in Pennsylvania when John Fetterman was lieutenant governor, it was a heavily Republican state Senate where we had a Democratic governor, Tom Wolf. John Fetterman was the lieutenant governor. He went in there every day and ran the Senate. He kicked people out. He controlled the agenda of what got voted on and what didn't, because the Commonwealth Constitution of Pennsylvania gave the lieutenant governor as the presiding officer of the state Senate. And it would be my hope, I'm not holding my breath, because none of them ever do it, that even if Republicans are in the majority, a hopefully future Vice President Walz would run the Senate, because the Constitution gives him that power. I'm not holding my breath, but it would be nice.
Hey, MSNBC, you call North Carolina same way you call Kentucky. I mean, Harris is in the lead in North Carolina. Just freaking call it. Call it. Just go ahead.
You have
Like,
to remember that part of this.
Like that's going to
be. Have to remember that this is their overall counts. They're basing the calls of these states not just on the counts that they already have, but where the vote is yet to come in from.
Yeah.
Angry made a really interesting point earlier. Look, she was never going to win Indiana.
No.
But they probably could have waited a tiny bit because the two bluest areas in the state didn't even report yet. So that will actually get closer, even though they've already called it. She wasn't going to win it, but I don't think that is that. I do think
they called Vermont.
These media outlets are way too quick. They want to scoop each other.
They called Vermont. You see that slice?
Yes.
You see that cut there?
6% of the
she's up 64% to 32.
Like, just
look at the numbers there. He's got 11,000 to. She's got double what he has.
You can watch the Kornacki cam, by the way, on YouTube.
I'm watching.
Are you watching a Kornacki cam? Are you okay?
No.
You all right?
Oh.
We didn't even get to election.
Number one, I don't like his freaking pants. Number two,
the other
I'm
night.
sitting here going, you called Vermont with 6% in. You won't call North Carolina with 6% in. If you don't get on your damn job, Kornacki, weird-faced bastard. How do you have perpetually black hair and you're probably as old as me? I'm going to sound like all night. I'm going to sound like Anton Segura. I'm going to like call it. I'm going to be flippant. Call it. This is why I need a soundboard with that man's voice just saying, call it. Call it.
Those are Kanaki tackies.
Stop. No, they're not.
I told Kristen the other night we're watching some commercial for him. You know, one of the promos could join us on election night and watch Steve Kornacki. I'm like, we haven't even made it to election night, and I'm sick of him already.
I don't like him. I'm sorry. Anybody with that black of hair that can't call it Kornacki D's nuts. I don't like him.
And you're right. He doesn't have an ass. I just don't know.
Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that?
Yes.
I just feel bad for the guy, and we don't need to go after him for physical shit.
He has the booty cheeks of rough sandpaper. I don't care.
Say what you will about the man. I mean, his face, or that's physical, but you know how he's presenting his information. But why do we have to go after him not having an ass? Because he's trying to. He's trying to.
He won't call North Carolina,
and he is going to have a heart attack one of these.
No, he would grow. No, according to Thomas, he would grow one. We'd give him credit for having one if he would just call North Carolina. It's a pretty high bar.
North Carolina.
He's Dilbert's brother. Come on.
I will not say another thing about that man's ass if he would just call North Carolina. Just call it. Anton Shakur, call it.
Hey, let me ask.
Lost on a coin toss. Call it.
Let me ask the panel here another question, just for conversation's sake. I'm half jokingly asked about the text messages earlier, but let me ask you all a serious question. Whoever wants to jump in and take the answer first, please do so. Just the actual end of this election cycle. It's over, or at least the voting part of it is over tonight. The litigation starts tonight and rolls into tomorrow. I don't think we'll have a president declared at the earliest Thursday. I suspect it'll drag into the weekend.
Probably.
But that set aside, the voting stops tonight. Are you happy, glad, relieved, breathing a big sigh of relief that this thing is finally over?
Absolutely.
Cautiously optimistic.
Listen, I can be honest because it is a radio station that I am a part of. I will not be satisfied with this election cycle until Boot Leather Dan, a.k.a. Orange Oompa Loompa, a.k.a. the Magical Melting Man of Mar-a-Lago, a.k.a. the Disappearing Chin, B.K.A. Orange Julius, aka the Orange Sherbet in a suit, is somewhere having the Widowmaker heart attack he so richly deserves.
In an orange jumpsuit.
Because as long as that man is breathing, there is a chance he will do this again. And I'm sorry, my diabetes cannot take this. Can't. Sorry.
And I want to throw this out there. I mean, it's interesting, maybe it's not interesting, maybe it's normal, and it's certainly not a jab at anybody in this conversation right now. Gambit was the first one to say, absolutely, I'm glad it's over. And George was like, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm glad it's over. My answer is it depends on how it turns out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got contingency plans. I literally have a roommate situation set up in Massachusetts if I have to flee Ohio. I'm prepared, and I'm working on getting my birth certificate and my passport updated in case it really goes bad and I've got to get out of here before January 6th or 20th or whatever the day is that they do that on.
Right.
I do not. I'm telling you, I can't do this again. I can't. I don't want that man anywhere. I don't want him to go by anybody else's White House. Like if he's just walking down the street and he sees a White House with a white picket fence, I want him to cross the damn street and go the other direction. I'm serious. Like we can't keep doing this, man. We can't. Every day it's something with this orange jackass. Every day it's something. As long as that man has Truth Social and the ability to guzzle down all the Diet Coke and 3 hard fried, extra crispy breasts on the planet, he could do this again. Like I will not be satisfied until he lays down and the spirit of his family reclaim him. Like you gotta go, man. I'm sorry, you gotta go. You gotta go. Donald Trump is an existential threat to everything. If you think of it, he's an existential threat to condoms. He's an existential threat to omelets. He's an existential threat to water. He's an existential threat to the Boab bird. Come on, he gotta go. He gotta
Tanning
go.
salon.
Tanning salons, people that have pompadours.
He literally looked like he was. His tan today, he literally looked like he tried to do blackface for that rally. Rally.
No, he didn't try my ass. That man had blackface on. That man had blackface on. I don't know what you talking about. He didn't try shit. He had on blackface.
Okay, fair. I'm just saying he came out with the same complexion as Kamala Harris.
And how, pray tell, did he do this, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you how. He's
like a 3-year-old girl who just found her mom's makeup kit. That's how he did it.
Gods. That man is like, he gotta go. Like, I feel like I'm serious. I know a lot of y'all are probably not Soprano fans, but when they found out that Vito was Vito, the way Vito was, and what's his face said, we can't let him in our social club. That's for sure. And old boy said, social club, he gotta go. He has to go. Like, I'm done with this dude. I'm done. I cannot. It's not even that he's doing anything to me, okay? It's that he's doing things to people I love and care about. He is a threat to everything we even stand for as a nation. And I'm going to run for president again. And nobody's there to tell him, Pop, it's time for you to have pudding. It's pudding time, Pop. You don't want the nuclear codes. You want this tapioca. Come on, follow me. Come on, Pop. Come over here. Come in the room. We got the greatest tapioca. Like, they can even talk like him. No, you don't want to be president. You just want the tapioca. It's the greatest tapioca you'll ever have. It's in the other room. You don't want to be president. Like, this is when Ivanka needs to look at, if he loses tonight or when he loses tonight, this is when Ivanka needs to tell him, Dad, enough. We can't do no more, dog.
I'm telling you, you nailed it. You could literally lure him away from the presidential election with tapioca pudding and polygrip.
Yes. Shit. Or Adderall and cocaine. Whatever, man. Listen, I will cut your Adderall with all the Adderall with all the cocaine that you want. Okay? I will inject the cocaine into Adderall. I will literally make a deal.
Somebody in our comment section said, "Oh shit, that reminds me. I have blue Jello in the fridge." Thanks, Thomas.
I will literally.
Beautiful.
I will make a.
We're here to help.
I will make a deal with the ghost of Pablo Escobar and the makers of Adderall. If you just stop running for shit you ain't supposed to be at, man. Damn. Like Jiminy Christmas, bruh. Anything. Trump, what do you want, man?
Trump, we know you didn't want to do this in the first place.
We know he didn't. He's trying to stay his ass out of jail. Come on, man. You ain't going to.
Come on.
Man.
Come on.
And just for some selfless promotion, thank you everyone jumping into the YouTube chat, watching us on TikTok, Facebook, wherever we're at, Twitch. I think share the live, like the live, all the fun stuff. Thank you. We appreciate
all the
you
buttons.
being here.
All
the buttons and things.
Hit
Do
all
the
the
stuff and things.
Share, like, and
Do the stuff and
subscribe.
things.
Yeah, man.
Yes, thank you. TikTok shop.
TikTok shop makes it easier for me to get Adderall and Flake. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Also want to thank all of our foreign listeners because we might be going to your countries soon. We never know.
I ain't leaving.
Hi.
You have high opinions of us. Please unfold the cot.
Hi, my name is Gretchen.
Y'all can kiss my ass. I ain't going nowhere.
Where's the asylum office at?
Listen, I ain't going nowhere.
I will be learning Spanish very quickly.
I ain't going nowhere. Y'all can kiss my ass. We'll round you up. You round me up. Listen, I'm leaving here.
We're all meeting at the detention camp.
I'm meeting here with something. Come get me if you want to. Listen, I'll listen to way too much Tupac for me to just give up. They'll never take me alive. I'm getting high with my 4-5. Y'all out y'all rabbit ass mind.
Was it? Jeff, you've been watching Red Dawn too much. Avenge me, my sons, avenge me.
Shit. I'ma leave.
Broadcasting live from the rural West Virginia detention camp. It's GCP Live.
Listen.
I appreciate the sentiment that you're making, Tom, that some of us don't have that option.
Gretchen, you will stand right behind me.
I gotta grab my trans kids and run. My trans kids, my disabled kid, my granddaughter who's a person of color. I gotta grab them and run.
All right. I just got some news.
I'm just saying, I know somebody that can fix your papers from Mexico.
I just got some news from my niece, who is black, about my sister, who I no longer speak to, who is black, who voted for the very first time today, a black voter, a black woman voter, voted for Trump. There's a reason I don't talk to her no more. Yeah. There's a reason. There's a reason right there. If it wasn't for all the other shit that's happened over the past 4 years, if we had still been cool and she had went in there and done that shit, I'd be like, yeah, we good. We good. I don't want to play no more. Like I just, my sister's dumb as hell. My sister's dumb as hell. I said it. My sister is dumb as hell. There, I said it. You got to be.
You tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
I can't. I really can't.
Like that video of Mandy's.
I cannot because we're on TikTok.
Yeah,
but if we weren't,
but you could get away with that video of Mandy's, right?
Hey man, y'all. They asked me.
They asked you.
Question was asked. I answered it. What would you rather do than vote for Trump? I told y'all what I'd rather do. I'd rather have a beaver with bad teeth, running away from the Alabama Highway Patrol. Give me a drive-by vasectomy with a dead white boy in the trunk that tried to attack him, and then at the same time, getting a colonoscopy from Edward Scissorhands. Y'all asked me what I'd rather do.
May I ask you all a question?
And on that note, how you doing, Sheila?
Hi, Sheila.
Hi.
Hey, Sheila.
Hello. I come in on the greatest parts of the show.
Welcome in. Yeah, right at the right time.
Damn right. Damn right.
Actually, you know
what's
what?
Your question?
You're the newest one in. Let me ask you a question that was posed to us. It wasn't posed as a question, but I love taking comments and questions out of the chat. We are paying attention to the chat. We are reading them. this is interactive. We want you to be part of the program. Jessica mentions, I had to say goodbye to quite a few folks today. Now, that comment came in just when Thomas was talking about his sister. So, Sheila, let me ask you a question here as I try to keep us. I'm not going to keep us on the rails. I'd just like to keep us walking somewhere near the track. That said, Gretchen got the joke. Thank God. Gretchen got the joke. Thank goodness somebody got it. But let me ask you a serious question. Vice President Harris wins this election. We know that we're going to at least have a Democratic administration. I'm going to set Congress aside for now. And we know that the corporate Supreme Court is bought and paid for by the same billionaires that own the Republican Party. But Vice President Harris wins this election and becomes president with Governor Walz. Is the damage already done and too far? Are we too far gone now for her in 4 or 8 years to try to repair most of this? It was one of Joe Biden's top priorities, was to try to bring this country back together. And I think he made every legitimate effort to try to do that and really didn't accomplish a hell of a lot, unfortunately. What makes us think that this will be any different? When we talk about, we don't talk to the sister anymore. We don't talk to, Jessica says, I said goodbye to a bunch of friends. Are we too splintered? Are we beyond repair?
Well, I'm getting used to, as a trans woman, I'm pretty well used to saying goodbye to people because of various things and people who have left my life just simply because of me being who I am. As far as the country goes right now, it's a good question to know whether we're salvageable at this point or not, because, there are things I don't necessarily agree with Madam Vice President on everything, at all. There's definitely some things we need to work on, and I don't know that reaching across the aisle has been really effective, because we're trying to collaborate with fascists, and we're trying to collaborate with people who want people like me and Gretchen to be deceased and no longer part of society. So do we pull together, or do we just try to run over people? That's all. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know the answer to that, but I know that there's going to have to be a lot of loss before there's any gain.
Anybody else have any thoughts on that? Are we too far gone?
We're done.
Just a quick update. They're projecting now Trump is at 90 to 27 over Harris. They're calling Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, West Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana, Missouri, Oklahoma for Trump, Massachusetts, Maryland, D.C., and Vermont all in for Kamala.
All she needs.
Single surprise in that group.
No surprise in that group.
Not a single one.
All she needs is Pennsylvania. And I know I sound like a broken record, but yeah.
You're not going to have Pennsylvania declared till maybe Thursday.
Of course.
Probably not.
Why the actual French fried fuck would we want to do that? Because it's only democracy.
It's 8:01. The polls are officially closed in Pennsylvania, meaning I did vote today, but for the sake of argument, if I had not voted and I wanted to go vote, I could not now vote. It's too late. However, to my friends, family, anybody listening to us across all of our different video platforms, and of course our radio platform at gcpr.live, if you are in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and you are still standing in line, don't go anywhere. You can vote. The law says you can vote. No one can tell you that you can't. They cannot kick you out of line. They can't shut the doors. They can't close the voting machines. If you're in line waiting to vote in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, don't leave. I'm asking you, please don't give up. Don't quit.
They are. Pennsylvania is now showing for Kamala 72% for Kamala, 26%.
Don't worry, it's very early. If Pennsylvania gets called tonight,
they're also showing Texas for Trump.
Where are you pulling your results from?
Texas for Harris. Excuse me.
Yeah, where are you watching, Gambit?
No, you did not. Don't do that.
I'm
Don't
watching.
do that. Don't do that.
The Associated Press.
Okay.
Associated Press.
All right.
Because I still believe. I mean, somebody said earlier today that, like, hey, I think that Texas might go to Kamala Harris.
Switched.
No, it won't. I mean, Florida would go before Texas would.
Question in the
Yeah.
YouTube
Ohio
chat that I
State.
wanted to try to answer, please. Sam asks, here's a question for Thomas, actually for everyone. If Trump would magically win, what exactly would Trump start first, Agenda 47 or Project 2025? Sam, they're the same thing.
They are the same
Essentially,
They're
thing.
the same
Agenda
thing.
47 is the Cliff Notes version
Yep.
of Project
Project
2025. Project
Yeah.
2025 is 900 pages long.
Yes, it is.
Agenda 47 was like, what was it, like 14 or 15 videos that he did
Mhm.
that outlined or bullet pointed Project 2025.
It's a very sanitized version of Project 2025. It's a porn movie with all the nudity cut out. It doesn't
So it was
leave you with a
Skinemax.
hell of a
It was
lot.
the Skinemax version.
Yeah.
The Cinemax version.
Not even because,
Skinemax version.
yeah, I mean, at least there's nudity in those. But
Yeah.
that said, it's the Gambit's 100% correct. Let's remember just some of the highlights that Project 2025 has brought us and that we've learned about throughout this election cycle. It is an end of the federal government as we know it. Make no mistake, whatever your opinions about government are, it is the end of the federal government. It basically pares down the federal government to two departments, Department of Defense and a radically redesigned Department of Justice that falls directly under the auspices and control and directives of the presidency. The Department of Education, closed. FDA, closed. Securities and Exchange Commission, closed. National Labor Relations Board, closed. Department of Interior, that oversees all the lands and land use in this country, closed. I think I mentioned the FDA. Oh, the FDA. You know the FDA, the one that keeps the food that you eat from killing you? I'd like to say keep you from getting sick, but that happens more and more now. The department that keeps the food you eat from killing you and the water you drink from killing you, shut that down too.
They don't give a shit.
It is a complete.
They don't give a shit. Jeff, you're preaching to us, and you're probably preaching to people that are watching us or listening to us that actually care about these things.
All wasting our time.
The freaking actual factual information about the shit is this. Some people don't give a shit. They just want to hate Negroes and trans people, and that's it. Like, I'm sorry. This is probably why a lot of people don't like me, because I'm the sort of person that cuts through the bullshit. We have regulations put in place to save your lives, you idiots. And Donald Trump is talking about unleashing Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on our health system. The man had a brain worm that didn't want to eat all of him. Okay? So explain to me, how could he possibly be good for the country when he wasn't even good for the parasite in his freaking head? They don't give a shit. If you wanted to I don't know, if you wanted to compare or contrast the co-owner of this station, which would be Jeff, to myself, it would be this. Jeff is hopeful, I'm realistic. Jeff is hopeful that Americans will get it right. I know we won't. Because we're too stupid to even understand what half this shit works. All you think about is me guns and me freedoms. You don't even know what the hell freedoms you have, you mooks.
Well, and I want to kind of.
We've spent the last 4 years arguing over people about how the government works,
and they
still don't get it.
They don't get it. But I want to answer this question that what happens when Trump, if he wins, what happens? And I know that Sheila and myself are part of a very small minority here, and we'll have our own take on it on Friday for sure. But the thing that scares me, it's not even necessarily Project 2025, that Trump said at a Moms for Liberty rally that on day one, he would issue an executive order banning transgender health care for children and adults. Now, well, I know how that affects me. I'm very open about saying I am a non-op, at least in the bottom department, trans woman. It would be difficult to deal with, but I want to be clear. Those who have had surgeries that can no longer produce hormones on their own, those people will die. That is a death sentence for any trans person taking off their health care, their hormones, that has had surgery. They will die. And I don't care if it's one person or 5 people or 500. One is too many.
It's possibly a death sentence for those of us who haven't had the surgeries too, because that's what keeps us from unaliving ourselves in a lot of
Well, yeah,
cases.
we can hold hands while we jump off the bridge together. That's not a question. I get that. I'm just saying, like, it's automatic for those. We're going to suffer even worse because we're going to go through the mental.
Mhm.
I don't need to tell you.
I wanna give you guys a little bit of an insight into something. Remember the infamous Madison Square Garden rally that MAGA had a couple of was it two last week?
Well, how could we forget? Yeah, it was like, what was it, yesterday? Day before
Saturday.
So
I know.
again,
It was
I-
Oh,
one
you
day.
mean back in 1939? Oh,
I know a person. I know a person who is in the comic industry, and I will not ever reveal who it is that I know, but they sent me a message about good old Kill Tony, the one that called um, Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage, talked about carving watermelons with black people, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Now, this is what they said. Tony Hutcliffe is Joe Rogan's F boy and a known asshole in the game. Nobody fucks with him, excuse my French, except hateful and racist comics. Even some of them don't respect him. This is his style of comedy because he can't write regular jokes. He also looks up SA accusers. He has a lot. They banned him from a comedy store because me and other big comics said we wouldn't work there if they booked him. CK got the same treatment. We don't play about comedy. So I asked them, could I say it without mentioning him? They said, oh, that's the reason I let you know. A girl told me he was drunk. She was drunk and admitted that he sexually SA'd her. Doorway at a comedy store. And there were a lot of those accusations. And since he did it when the store had no cameras, they can't prove it. What I was told now, I don't know if it's true, but he feeds off negative shit and I wouldn't be surprised if he's loving this reaction. So for all of you that think, oh man, it was just jokes from a guy who's a piece of unhuman dog shite, you're welcome, America. GCPR, keeping you informed about the people you should definitely stay the away from. Yeah, that should be our tag. That should be part of our tagline, where every voice matters and we keep you away from the people you should avoid like the plague. I'm just letting y'all know the edible has been eaten. It's going to be a different night.
Setting in you.
Oh, it's fitting to be a different type of night, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy's about to get.
We're about to go on a roller coaster.
I'm muted, but yeah, I was muted, but yeah, cheers. I'm already started, so.
Listen,
your boy's about to be turned.
I'm already
Look,
about.
I'm about to.
The wife brought
about
it
to
in.
turn off this camera and take a 4-minute, 20-second break.
I'm pacing myself.
I'm trying.
The wife did tell me that in the state of Georgia, there were, Laura, what'd you say, 3 credible bomb threats? 2 credible bomb threats.
From Russian sources.
From Russian sources, yeah.
Some polling place forgot the paperwork, and these people had to be rerouted to another polling place. Georgia, never stop being the armpit of the Confederacy. Never. Never.
Hey, classy, Georgia.
Don't ever. This is why the devil came down here.
Exactly, George. Stay classy, Georgia.
Stay classy, Georgia. Stay classy. You raggedy summer so-and-sos. Yeah. Woohoo! I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate this place.
Hey, Sheila, did you guys do, or you guys, because there's no guys on the show. Did you girls do Hurricane Girls tonight? Did you do an episode?
Yes, we
Okay.
could not live stream, but we did talk about this. We had a guest on who's a BIPOC woman who's working with the Democratic
Space Goat. Space Goat,
not
right?
it's not Space Goat this time. We had Evie's Creations on. She does advocacy with the New Jersey Democratic Party. So we did a lot of talking, but YouTube was being a bitch and wouldn't let us go live today. So
I was gonna try.
I'm posting it right now.
I tried looking and I was like, they're not live. What's going on?
No, I'm posting the replay video right now. Yeah, it was a hell of a conversation. You should check it out.
I will. I got caught up on your first 4 shows yesterday at work.
Then you are you have a filthy mind at this point then, because
I've had one to start with, honey. honey, come on.
Sheila wants to come in and say that, but she's always wearing that eyeliner that always looks like
But as you said before, this is that eyeliner that's like but it'll also fuck you up if you don't
do you see what I'm
step out of
saying?
line.
You know what I'm saying? welcome America and all the ships at sea. Just remember that. Just know that we love you. Just
Are we still on TikTok? I just want to know.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Right on.
I have to check every 15 minutes just to make
We're
sure.
broadcasting.
It's me.
We're
Every time I'm on and we're on TikTok, we're fine.
Yeah,
well, we're also broadcasting on the GCPR account, which is less viewers than, like, say, Thomas's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There's a much smaller
But
audience.
that's the thing
I'm
is
a
like
magnet for
that's the thing is like
ass.
whenever Angry and Thomas do Superplex Party, done. No, they get booted off in like a half hour.
Yep.
Oh, so
we're talking
or
about
less.
It's
But,
the
you know,
AEW fans that don't like us because
That's
we
why
are
Hurricane
critical of
Girls.
AEW.
So so when we're on, we have kind of like the cross, and then like when like Thomas and everybody else is on, it's the upside down cross. It's kind of like that. It just goes.
Well, that's why
I'm
we
a
don't
magnet for ass. That's what I am. I am a magnet for ass. I realize this now. I am a magnet for ass. If there's somebody on TikTok that doesn't like me, they don't like I'm black, they don't like my fingernails, they don't like my face, they don't like my hair or lack thereof. They don't like the fact that I'm sexier than them. They don't like the fact that their mom sees my videos and goes, "That's one very tasty black man." I'm a magnet for ass. These people will report me just for saying nothing.
Didn't you make a game like that? Wait, Mass Effect? No.
Hey, be careful.
Listen,
Be careful, George.
I want to use the Game of Thrones.
Don't you insult my Mass Effect.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Don't you insult my ass effect.
I want to take the Game of Thrones theme and then just call it a magnet for ass. Magnet for ass all over TikTok. I want to do that, but I know I won't be able to get away with it. Like it'll come on now.
You need to sound something like magnet, let a magnet,
Kansas,
put
you
an
ain't
ass,
staying
put
blue.
an ass
Don't
on the
tease me
TikTok,
like
on the
that.
TikTok, on the TikTok.
I'm a magnet for
So-
the ass. And on the TikTok.
So who said earlier that South Carolina was looking blue because they're calling it for Trump now?
Ugh.
I
was
think it was
probably
somebody in the chat that said that. Or was it?
AP is very spur of the moment kind of thing because it was reporting Texas blue a minute ago and now
Okay.
it's going more red now.
This is gonna piss off some people. Hey, white women,
No way.
don't tell me you did it again. Just don't. You had a clear choice. All women's rights were on the line. If your stupid ass went in there and was like, "I'm gonna vote for my husband because I don't like abortions," I don't want to hear shit from y'all. I don't.
Can we give a shout out though to not necessarily a shout out, but can we acknowledge the women? I've been hearing stories about women who were voting and their husbands were standing behind them at the polls, like watching them.
What kind of Handmaid's Tale shit is that?
I'm
Who
just
let
telling you.
that happen?
I read stories about it where, like, my husband was watching me vote. Like, make sure that you vote in line with me. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
Hold up, is that even legal?
It
That's
actually
what I'm trying to figure
Well,
out. The lady got
and
mad
I
at
don't
me.
think it was.
It's not
you
legal.
you can assist persons in the booth or in the polls
They can
in
assist
certain
these
states.
nuts. What the
Like-
fuck? What is
like-
that?
Mhm.
Like in the 2022 midterms was my middle child's first election. Me and their other parent were able to be in the booth with them and just help them. We didn't
Yeah.
coerce them. We're just like, this is how it works. This is how you do it.
Hey
We're just
guys,
educated.
if you got to be behind your wife like she owes you money, like you're the gooch, it's not democracy. You just don't want your white penis not to be the center of her universe. You-
She get a little she get a little
Little.
BBC. She get a little BBC on the side if you're
Hey,
doing that to
I'm
her.
telling you, hey
Mhm.
guys, hey, every
Just
guy.
saying.
And she's
that-
not talking
just
about the
understand.
TV station either.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm
Hey,
not.
just
British people were
understand-
not involved. Unless we were talking about Idris Elba, then British people were involved.
Hey,
Never
just
mind.
understand, gentlemen. The more you try to
That's
pressure
a
your wife to
double
vote the way
fuck.
you want her to, the more Saint Swole meat is in her damn head, dancing with his penis around her fucking forehead. Keep playing. Saint Swole meat is out there.
That's how he
I'm
laughs.
outside. That man is out there swinging his penis like Thor's hammer, and your wife is just in there going, Saint Swole meat. My mouth is a little bit dry.
Now that I understand what Saint Swole meat is, that's how I laugh when he leaves.
I was so confused at first too.
Y'all didn't know who Saint Swole meat was?
We talked about this on the Villain's View. I did not know what the reference meant.
That
But
happened
now
on
I get
Wednesday.
it.
Yeah,
I
Now
was
get
there
it.
for that.
we
Hi,
have we have
Gretchen.
been educated.
Hi,
Yeah,
Gretchen.
yes.
Gretchen,
That
we
is
have
right.
good-
Sheila was there when
When
the day
I
Saint
witnessed,
Swole meat
I
came into
witnessed the
existence.
birth.
Sheila
I
was
was in-
there when the legend of Saint Swole meat was born?
Yes, I,
I
was
could-
there.
I
It
couldn't
was
be. I was-
glorious.
She was there.
I was in meetings all day last Wednesday. Sorry.
It's fine. Don't worry.
I left my
So
ass
where-
off.
He
where-
thought
so
about
where was
long.
Sheila? She was
Swole
there.
meat
Hey.
thought about you too.
You only
Where
get
was
to
I
go to the
at?
show.
I was
What?
modding.
You only get to go to the show once a week, right, Sheila, because of your schedule. So hey,
Yeah,
if you were
Wednesday
there for it-
mornings are my mornings.
get
And
get
she
your
just-
fill, girl.
And,
Get your
and
fill
Sheila
of Saint
just looked
Swole
up
meat.
and
Get your
and
fill.
on that day Saint Swole meat was born.
Was
I
born.
know
Oh
she
my
just so
God.
happened to be there for the legend of why Saint Swole meat is why a lot of
Mhm.
you guys that love your wives and got her voting for Trump, she will be in Jamaica.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
and-
just saying, I was booking my flight.
Listen, the joints
Some,
are
some,
not going-
some girls I know got pictures of Saint Swole meat.
who got pictures
Anyway,
of Saint Swole meat?
And
Never
you
mind,
are
I'm going
there.
I listen. I ain't put out no pictures. I'm just telling you right now. Listen. A guy named King Chef that watches and listens to the show in the morning. His black ass and made a video. It's on my page right now. It's the one with the Jamaican flag. Go look.
I'm heading over there in a minute.
Listen, I was not prepared. He tagged me in this. I was like, dude, bruh, did you really do this? He's like, yeah, he did. And hold on. Sylvia Swole Meat is out there. Sylvia Saint Swole Meat is out there too. Listen, y'all better. The Swole Meat family is not to be played with.
I try to be
They
into
walked past
girls.
me and I got pregnant. I'm trying to tell you.
I try to be into girls, but Sylvia just doesn't do it for me. Sorry.
Saint
I
Swole
try,
Meat,
I try,
Saint
but it
Swole
doesn't
Meat
work.
got you, didn't he? And his
So
first
look
name
at
is.
Saint Swole meat gets everybody.
Hold on.
I'm
you
just
what?
saying
That
if you're a white dude and you're standing behind your wife at the polls to make sure she votes the way you think she should, she gonna see Saint Swole meat while you at work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica is coming.
And
Yeah,
you,
she,
all
and
of
she
them-
will be too.
and
Listen,
you're about
exactly.
to you're about to have a
Zing!
you're about to have a Jim Carrey me myself and I moment.
The trip
Oh,
to
honey,
Jamaica.
You're pregnant? Congratulations! Can't wait to see your
Okay.
face in the delivery room.
Okay.
The trip to Jamaica is coming, and she will be too.
That must be recessive.
That woman's
Yeah.
about to be dehydrated forever. She's gonna leave Jamaica flying by her damn self. It was the weed. It was just the weed. I promise.
Someday I'll tell you. Someday I will tell you all the story, the very disappointing story about a wonderful man I worked with named Vincent. Oh my God. Why
Oh,
do you have to
now
go
I
get
need to
married?
know.
I was
Oh,
going
you
to say
wanna-
you're just going to drop that on us
I
and then
mean-
just
Oh,
walk away
Nah,
from
okay.
I
it.
know.
Okay, so you want to know a story about
That's why we
All
all
right, okay.
paused.
Pause.
Yeah, okay. So, all right, cool, cool. It's election night. We're all stressed out. Let's have the story of Vincent. So, before my current job as a research accountant, I worked in customer service as a dispute agent for a major credit card. In this department, I worked with a very wonderful and gorgeous man named Vincent. He was the right height, the right skin tone, the right mentality, the right attitude, right everything. He used to leave candy and flowers on my desk. I would show up to work and it'd be candy and flowers. I'm like, it was Vincent. It was Vincent. He'd run into me in the hallway. He'd talk to me. He'd ask me how I'm doing. Like he was always focused on me. I had to force the conversation back on him. Like, how are you? I appreciate you want to talk about me, but how are you? And one day I didn't see him for like a week. And I came in one day. I was like, hey, has anyone seen Vincent recently? And they're like, yeah, he's back. He's over at his desk. I was like, oh, cool. So I went to the cafeteria and I bought some candy for him to return the favor. I walk over to his desk. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a whole while. Where you been? He's like, oh, I got married. I was on my honeymoon.
Damn.
I was like, oh God, I just got burned. I was like, oh, this can't. I bought some candy. I just thought I'd stop by and talk to you before I go to my desk and eat this because it's not yours.
Hmm.
Oh my God. Vincent in Ohio.
One that got away.
But
That
and the one
is-
question I have is, how many bodies did they find underneath his floorboards in his house?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Just
Hey, you even tried it?
want people to be safe.
Were spells cast, were curses levied? I cannot confirm or deny.
You can neither confirm nor deny it.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, man.
He was so. Oh my God, he was so fucking.
I'm sure his wife thought that too.
Yeah, well, his wife can lick my beehole.
Yo, what the actual? What are we doing right now over here, man?
Are we still on TikTok?
Sorry, Gretchen. Sorry, Gretchen. I know that was
Somehow.
sorry.
Somebody monitoring.
I know you're gonna punch me. Punch me. But let me beg first before you punch me. I'm sorry.
I'm just monitoring the swear jar words. That's all I'm doing.
I only said one
I've
swear
made it for
word.
now.
I only
Okay.
said one
Listen,
swear word.
I'm not using.
No, swear jar doesn't apply. It's after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, fuck
All
that
right.
then.
Sky's the
Goddamn.
limit. Let it
Why
go.
do you think I waited to take the edible? Come on now, I'm not stupid.
Okay, then fine. Fuck you, fuck you, Vincent. Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Fucking Vincent.
Vincent,
Fill that
God
swear
For
jar.
you, and this is for the horse you rode in on. There you go.
said Vincent. That's for you, buddy.
And
That's
the-
for
and
you,
the
guy.
fair-
That's for you.
and fuck you to the farrier that shoed the horse that he rode in on.
Sit on it, suck on it.
So
You see that, Vincent?
right
That's
now-
for you, buddy. That's for
right
you,
now
guy.
on the
That right
Kornacki
there.
cam, on the Kornacki cam, which I need to go look at it. Let me go. I have to go.
Or
Look at it.
Nacky no ass cam. I know.
I got to go look. At
The no ass cam.
The NAS
Now I
game.
got to go look at this man's.
Go into the
That's
NAS game.
cam. There you go.
Damn it, I don't like this dude's ass. All righty here. So, Pennsylvania statewide. What the? Okay. So North
Oh.
Carolina, we already knew,
Ohio
Uh-huh.
again.
but they're too early to call for Pennsylvania. But you didn't have no problem with Kentucky, you rabid sons of so and so.
Ohio just keeps going back and forth.
Michigan is closed.
I'm
Ooh.
sorry, Ohio's going
16
red. It's
in.
going red. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Sheila's going to agree with me on this. We're going red. We don't want to, but it's
We
happening.
tried.
Hey,
tried.
I'm telling y'all right now.
We tried.
Michigan
I've
is with 16% in. Harris is leading 72.8% to 25.8%. Don't nobody like this motherfucker in Michigan.
No, they do not.
No.
They can't stand his ass.
The
Listen,
entire state just said, fuck that guy.
I live about 5 minutes south of there, and no, there are no Trump supporters in this area. At least not the ones that want to talk about it.
and just to reiterate, Angry posted a clip from one of our Rules of Nerd Position casts earlier today on our actual Rules of Nerd Position TikTok now.
Got
where
more
we
clips
talked
coming.
about how we talked about Ohio and Michigan going to war over Toledo, and the armies were so inept they couldn't even find each other. They just wandered around in the swamps, couldn't find each other.
Wait a minute. That's a true story?
It is a true story.
I thought that was a lie. I had heard
No,
that the Battle
no.
of Michigan. I thought that was a lie that the armies
No.
couldn't find each other.
No, they
I never
wandered
heard of
around
it
in the
until then,
swamp.
but that was the
They
funniest shit.
walked
No.
past each other like they could not even find each
Could
other.
you
Like,
imagine
I
how
I
much
shit
never
they-
heard of it until then, but
They
that was
just
the
all ended
funniest
up at the
shit.
Franklin Park Mall.
Hey, could
At
you
the Hot
imagine how much
Topic.
shit they talk to each other? As soon as I find these motherfuckers, I'm gonna whoop their ass. I can't believe
Wait, you hear that? Oh, I hear him.
You hear that?
Oh, that's
Man, I just-
motherfuckers. Where
let 'em
they
ju-
at?
don't
Oh,
go
fuck
inside
you,
the tree.
fuck you, fuck you.
That was
It
just
sounded
the-
like
that
that
was just the-
goddamn
that was just the
TikTok.
Boat. That was just the Boat bird. Ignore that. It wasn't,
you
it
know,
wasn't the
it-
army.
I don't.
It sounded like
this
that,
Ohio shit is still going. It's 36% in. It's 52 to 49.
Virginia is the
over
same way,
Trump.
man. Virginia keeps
Yeah.
flipping back and forth. 37%
Pennsylvania.
reporting, and it's within 2,000 votes of each other.
I listen. Josh Shapiro defeats Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson. Yes. Wait a minute. Josh Stein defeats Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson. Ha! Get you now. You got all the time in the world to go have more pizza in the booth. Your punk ass. Listen. Hey, MAGA, could y'all please stop bringing out these black embarrassments? Look. It's just me and Angry here, right? It's just us, okay? We are asking as nicely as we possibly can. Can y'all please stop sending out these damn black national embarrassments? Please. Look. See,
I mean, like Herschel Walker?
I look like Jacob Fatu. Please stop sending these national embarrassments. Y'all brought out Herschel Walker.
So,
Did y'all
let
really
me-
think
let
that
me-
somehow that was gonna flip us? Yeah, man. I
So-
love Herschel Walker.
let me
The man that
say,
can't dance.
let me say to the white people like this. I understand, what you're trying to do. Okay. I understand, you would like for us to see things your way. I get it. And I understand, there's certain people that you feel that the message would come through a lot clearer, that would resonate with us. I understand that as well. However, there are better choices to make your message a lot more effective than Herschel goddamn Walker.
If y'all had ran Ben Carson,
Listen,
who's halfway
you-
asleep 90% of the time, we may have said, I'm gonna have to pay attention to this. Y'all brought
Said-
Herschel
Yes,
Walker.
at least with Ben Carson, he is a doctor. That
Herschel Walker
that
makes
title
Donald Trump
alone,
look like Stephen Hawking.
that
I
title
really-
alone would at least carry some kind of weight, saying that hey, I have gone to school. I kind of know a little.
Oh,
I got-
Jersey win for Kamala. Big surprise.
Come on.
I really want y'all to understand this.
And
I mean
listen, y'all
sincerely.
motherfuckers here. Look,
Rhode
Herschel
Island,
this
too.
Walker
last
makes
time
Donald-
that
that never
fucking
worked.
son of a bitch was on a goddamn podium, he pulled out a toy fucking badge. The kind of shit that you get from the goddamn family fucking dollar, from the Dollar General, from the Dollar fucking Tree, from the fucking toy store at the mall.
from the
from the
guy
goddamn
that, the guy that
kiosk.
stole it out of the Dollar Tree, then
mean,
sat
come
on it all
on.
night while a dog pissed
Oh,
on his
God, I
And
love
tried to
it.
And then
pass
you
that
sold
shit
it.
off as real.
Love it when angry goes off.
I'm gonna say this one more again.
It's a beautiful thing.
Gilbert, how come we don't
Herschel
talk
Walker-
like this on the help desk? I mean, it would
Because
just
you
make
Well,
our
see,
show
here's
so
the
much
thing.
more
It's
colorful.
called
Here's the thing,
subject matter, George. It's
Listen,
called
Well, see,
subject
because
matter.
I don't
He
like
hates
I don't
that.
like using Phil Florin filth, the
He
Phil
feel-
Florin
he hates that.
filth.
You don't need to talk like that
No,
whenever you're talking
Angry literally hates Herschel Walker.
Oh,
During that campaign, at one point, Angry said, "Why is this son of a bitch running?" That's the only text he sent me, and I knew exactly what the hell he was talking about. I was like, dude, let's just
that was-
as
no, I-
as
Apparently-
the official program
that was
manager
when-
of
no, that was-
GCPR,
that
I
was-
think we need to change the time of the help desk.
So we can get more.
So, no,
of
when
this
I
in
sent
there.
you that text, Thomas, when I sent you that
Sprinkle
text,
a little bit more spice in the,
Sit down.
the help desk.
look here, man. When I sent you that text, that was right after I heard.
Yep.
Y'all know werewolves can kill vampires.
I knew it. I knew
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
It was
So
the-
this
It
is
was
this
the
is where
I knew
same
exactly
day.
when it was gonna
The
happen.
same day, I get a text that says, when you see that picture, I want you to remember Gretchen did. When you see that picture, I want you to remember Gretchen did. What me?
What happened?
I am
It
You
was
were
Nothing.
frozen.
Nothing
I
happened.
am fucking Eddie Murphy in Raw. Hey. What me? Hey.
angry. You just be real nice to me going forward.
What me?
Okay, you just be real nice to me.
she got
Oh.
leverage on you, bro.
She got leverage. It wasn't the fact that you froze, it's the look on your face when you did it, bro. Just it wasn't me.
It's gonna be like that Monty Python skit, the show called Blackmail. It's blackmail.
All right, listen. Hey, Edo number 4, be safe, get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. I might be on another account because I was blocked and because I was a bad boy on my rich note. But that's okay because the YouTube will still be open. I probably will still be up. Huh? This is ridiculous. No. Extended voting hours in St. Clair, North of Birmingham, Alabama, will extend its voting hours to 9 p.m. due to a ballot error discovered today that has since been fixed. Thank you, Pamela Corkum, for the information. If you are in St. Clair County, north of Birmingham, Alabama, stay your ass in line. You still have an ability to be able to vote until 9 p.m. because of a ballot error. So stay in line. Don't leave. Listen, hum that Beyonce song in your head and stand right where you are, please. And why has Steve Kornacki not changed his pants?
Poor Steve Burnett.
Sorry. Pennsylvania's with 11. She won Bucks County. Didn't Trump just sue Bucks County?
She's up by over 250,000 right now in Pennsylvania.
Oh, this
Remember, they're suing in 81 states.
Yes, they are. Their prep lawsuits are ready to go.
Laura.
I keep forgetting to Google an image of the 81 starred American flag. Does anybody have one? I'd love to hang it.
All fresh out, unfortunately.
Yup.
Pastor Best actually explained it to me. He told me it was about he said if you add the mental states to it, and I was like, oh, okay.
That
I don't think
makes
he
so
counted
much
enough.
sense.
Yeah, I don't think he counted enough personalities, to be honest.
Yeah, you know how you get them to stop using it though? Just tell them it stands for all the 81 genders.
Right.
Man.
Gretchen, let me ask a question.
I didn't do it.
How do you think? I mean, look, we could take the rest of the
Accurate.
night. Probably, you could probably easily take the rest of the night on this answer. It might even be a very unfair question.
Take the weekend.
It was such a part of this campaign. The existence of Sheila and you and the folks like you. What the hell? What is everybody so afraid of? Why do you scare people? What do you think they fear when they see you? Or is it just as simple as the good old fashioned, going back to the Civil War era, othering? And because there are so few of you as a percentage of the population that you're an easy person to kick. It's easy to kick you when you're down because there ain't enough of you to fight back. or
Right.
is it both? Or am I kind of leading in the right direction, but maybe not saying it all correctly?
Well, there are two parts to that question. First of all, your main answer is yes. We are a tiny majority. We are easy to attack. There are not enough people in our community to fight back. Sheila and I are powerful voices. We are loud voices. We are unashamed voices, and we do not stop. But there are not enough of us in our own community doing that. We're a minority in our own minority community, standing up and fighting back. The second part of that is all of the people that want to get rid of us after scapegoating us because we're an easy target is because we're their number one porn search. And that bothers
True.
them.
True. We're also an existential threat to patriarchy, honestly. I mean, we are sort of like the icing on the shit sandwich. You know, when they run out of ammunition to use on the brown people and the people in the southern border, they're just finish it off by those icky trans people too, like those failed men trying to be women. So we're convenient, but we also make people deeply uncomfortable, I think.
The ick factor is always there, especially. But yeah, something I want to bring up, and Sheila highlighted it perfectly. I made a video the other day, and it's about it's they can't understand why people like Sheila and I would give up the privilege, the white male privilege that they so adamantly deny it even exists, but
Yet
we gave it
clutch
up.
to.
But we gave it up. And on the opposite side of that coin, they don't like trans men because trans men are trying to claim that privilege that they also deny exists. But at the same time, they say trans men don't have a right to it because they weren't born men.
Does it surprise either of you that your existence became
No, I'm out. How many years have
I
you been out?
came out and
But it's safer now. Like, oh,